Hello?
Hello?
Hello, 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 hello. Hello? Happy Sunday. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Paladins. Oh, just one's here. Paladin, Miniax, hi. DJ, Deftini, hello. Yokai, hello. How are you guys? Tell me about your day. Let's see. I'm great. How are you guys doing? We're okay. We're doing good. Though my buffer of JourneyJune is slowly depleting because I've been spending so much time on each one now that I don't know, now it's starting to go away. And it's funny because it's like your buffer is supposed to save you from other times, not from the challenge itself. How are you doing, Gabe?
I'm still thinking about my page.
Yeah, so I'm working on the Magical Mentor now, since, like I said, I'm a couple days ahead, but I had to think of a new character last night. It kind of crept up on me. I forgot about that, so... Oh, hold on. I can show you, actually. Here.
Hey, Paladin.
We're not looking forward to going to North Carolina next week because it's gonna be 90s and 60-degree humidity. Man, it's gonna be rough. It's so nice here today. It's like mid to high 60s. It's cloudy, which I love cloudy days. Biggest, thank you for the follow. Welcome. So, real quick. Like I said, last night I remembered that I have to make a new character for today's JourneyJune. And I didn't have one, so I had to design one. So quickly in my journal here, that's a leaf journal, it's actually made out of a leaf. I know that might be a little bit predictable, but I found it through a friend, and she comes here sometimes on the stream. And I had to have it. Obviously it's a leaf, but it has really nice like pages too, so I was like, okay. So before bed, I did all these sketches, and I just, since it's with this pen, and this is one of my favorite pens right now, it is just the lamest, silliest thing. I think they're usually like $1 or $2, but I'm not sure what this tip is. It's almost like a little felt tip, but anyway, I really like how it writes. I like its consistency, I like its thickness. I don't know. It's called Le Pen by Marv. It's a Japanese company, I guess. But anyway, so I had figured out, I had some criteria in my head. I wanted her to be, I wanted to be a lady, I guess. It ended up being one. And I wanted another animal. I didn't want another bear. So I did a skunk. And I was thinking of all these things like I could do with the skunk tail and all this stuff, because I ended up making her a perfumer. Partially because she's a skunk. But perfume kind of has the same starting points as like honey does and stuff. And some facets. I had to quickly, before the stream today, and while Gabe was in the shower, he's in the shower for probably like 10 minutes, so within 10 minutes I watched a video on how to make perfume, and I figured out, well, okay, she's gonna have to be doing this and this and this and this and this. So I figured out kind of what I wanted to do for the intro, what I want her to be in the story, probably within an hour of thinking. So, but it was spread over 2 days. But yeah. Well, thank you, Miniax.
Thanks, dude.
Hi, Very. How are you? Welcome. So, this is our next character that I'm bringing in, and she's the Magical Mentor. She's not very magical per se, but she is going to be sort of a mentor because they have similarities with the fact that both of what they do kind of revolves around herbalism a little bit, because they both need, you know, like flowers and, you know, stuff like that for it to work. So, yay! Yes, draw with us, please. So I'm on day Magical Mentor, which I think is day... Let me look at the list. I don't even know my own list. 12. I'm on day 12, which it's day 10 right now, so I'm only 2 days ahead now, which is funny because I was like 4, but since I took so long on Peculiar Puzzle, that one threw me for a loop. I thought that was going to be a lot quicker. So I lost a day or two with that, and then I had to do commissions, so I lost a day to that. That's why you got the buffer. Anyway, and Gabe, I think, is on today with cooking up friendship. So, but I very much like my leaf journal. Like it's an actual leaf. I think it's a banana leaf.
Who got that one?
Art Faithfully actually got
that's
them, and got the card here if anybody wants to check it out. They make a lot of stuff other than journals too. You know.
Do you know where the leaf is?
The what?
The leaf?
I mean, it should be in the usual place. Then I think. Huh?
Hi.
Apparently, Gabe's dying. Oh, that's wonderful, Maniacs. Well, we're glad to have you here. I think it'll grow your business a lot better than just being on Instagram. Instagram ends up being a little bit incestuous just because you're only broadcasting to the people that already follow you. If you're doing Twitch, there's a lot more of a chance that people will see you that didn't know you existed. So if Insta Stories had, or rather Instagram Live had that sort of thing more, I think it would be a better endeavor, but it's really hard to find new people via that. Instagram's wonderful, just not for broadcasting. So we're glad you decided to come here. I think it'll be good for you. You and Paladin, honestly. If you guys do kind of a buddy system like Gabe and I do, and you kind of cross-promote each other, that can actually get you further faster. Buddy system. It works. Hi, Fire Seal! Right, Paladin? I love it. It's so good. Paladin, I hope you put a reminder on your phone for the day that you can actually go around and change your name on stuff. I forgot what you said, if it was like 2 months or some crap. But if you decide you want it different than the bumper I gave you, let me know so I can change it for you. And I will be getting you your banners too. It actually might be next week though, because the con's this week. And we're stressing a bit about the convention. Just because before cons, you gotta get a lot of stuff done, you got deadlines, and then you also have to pack, especially since now we're flying instead of driving there. We had originally planned to drive, but I think it was a 15-hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we usually do that to AwesomeCon, which we did in April / end of March, and I don't want to do that again. We do really poorly with long drives. It's just so long. Like, I zone out a lot. It's bad. For sure. Yeah, Maniacs, go for it. I've got a lot of auto hosts on mine, but I can add you on it. Hi, Shonda. Couldn't upload a lot last week. I saw Deftini. You totally spammed it. I loved it. It was great. I was very happy you caught up. Good work. Yeah, there's a couple of you guys on the hashtag that are just killing it. What? What?
My pain.
What?
It's my hand is hurting, but it's a funny pain.
Okay, so Gabe's lost his gone off the rocker here.
And then I started thinking about
He's laughing at pain.
the Batman, the first Batman movie with Michael Keaton.
Oh yeah.
And that lady's like laughing. And she just loses her mind.
Oh, yeah, on TV? Yeah. So you started laughing because of the pain, then you continued laughing because you thought of another person laughing.
Yeah.
I guess that happens. Alright, guys, give me the best and the worst of your day so far. I mean, even if you do, Deftini, you can jump ahead again, but if you get on a roll one day, keep going. Just keep going, because, you know, you can get ahead, and then when you have one of those times where you can't catch up, it's okay, because you'll already have been ahead. Okay, so, all I know about this character is, well, she's a skunk, and she collects flowers for her perfumes. Actually, I think I might try to draw her really quick. Do like a final design, because I don't have that. And that can really help. So, sorry. As you saw, I've only got these, and I marked the ones I like, because I like this one, and I like kind of how the tail and the basket fit here. But remember never to scribble anything out. You know, that's bad. Don't do that. Don't crumple your drawings. Don't burn your drawings. Don't rip them apart. Don't be juvenile with them. Because, I mean, even then, I mean, you can't use those if you're making like a concept sheet or something because you tore them up or you drew through them or something. Like if I wanted to make a concept sheet to show you how I got to her, you could see all the different things, you know? So it can be useful. Don't ever destroy your work. You can always learn from it years later. Oh, Miniacs, thank you. Hi, Ushi. In game stream, you said you will show us something today. Oh, shit. Thank you. DJ, thank you for reminding me. Let me go get it. Where did you put them?
They're in the corner.
Find a normal one too. There was a normal one over here. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So I've got probably about four books I've made, right? Grigor, Adorned Animals, the coloring book, and Pets in Armor, right? 3 of those are perfect bound. And I use the same company for the perfect bound ones. So, here is what it's supposed to look like. Okay. Got the normal book here. Right, you open it up. Oh, there's a dog. Here's an explanation. Here's all the drawings in the book. Now, when I reordered these to have them for this con, the website was being a little wonky and it was kind of suspect. Right? I was like, okay, that's not normal. But everything said it uploaded. Then I got an email from Printy that said, oh, hey, we didn't get your inside pages. I was like, oh my gosh, you know, thank you for telling me. Here's the file, you know, because they were like, can you send us the file? I was like, yeah. So I sent them the file, and then they're like, okay, we've got it, all good to go. And I was like, awesome. Yesterday I get the books. Good start. Right? Cover's there. Open it up. Left side. Okay, cool. Inside. Nothing. The entire book is blank. So there must have been some sort of communication error between the guy that got my pages and then the people that ended up printing it and doing quality assurance. I don't know. So here's the part that I was saying is a good thing. I still have probably about 20 of these left from this batch, right? It's good not to get down to where you don't have any left before you order. I know that seems very just, well, yeah, but some people don't think about it. Like after every con, kind of take a little bit of inventory and be like, all right, maybe I should be reordering these soon. Same with my Grigor pins. I'm gonna have to do that soon. So, you know, knowing ahead of time so that when this happens, and I did everything right, it wasn't even my fault, right? The website screwed up, then they let me know, and then I sent them the thing. It was all on their end. So then I ended up emailing him. I told him what happened. Hopefully I get the same customer service guy. I also called them, but it was a Saturday. No one's there on Saturday, right? So now I have to wait till tomorrow to get any sort of word back. I told them I needed them by Tuesday for the convention, but that's kind of just because, like, the latest I could get them is Wednesday, probably, during the day, because we're leaving, like, at 2 a.m. to go to the airport Wednesday night. So I could get them the latest Wednesday, but there's no way they're going to print 100 new books, all that kind of stuff. So luckily, I've got at least 20 books I can bring to the next con, and I should be good for the one after that, which is about a month-ish after, and then we go to SuperCon. So what I plan to do, if they don't want me to send them back, is I was actually going to rip off the covers, and I know how to, like, glue bind on other covers, so I was going to just make them all into sketchbooks and have a different cover, because I can't tarnish my brand by having them have this, and, you know, that's too confusing, right? So if they let me keep them, I'll probably do that, but it just sucks, you know? And plus, this isn't the best sketchbook paper, but I could at least sell them for $5 to $10, somewhere in there. So there's like 50 pages, and then it won't go to waste. You know, that's what I'm mostly sad about, is there's 100 of these. I mean, granted, at least I didn't order more, but you'd think somebody would look in this and be like, what? You know? I don't know. So anyway, that's what happened. But like I said, sometimes things happen. It's not even your fault. Something happens along the pipeline, but you have to still be prepared for that. So that's why I'm not freaking out. I'd be freaking out if I had no more books left. But I have books left. Something's better than nothing, right? There you go. It's just really funny. I don't know. But yeah, I'm glad I can laugh at that instead of actually freaking out, because that is scary. That I got 2 shipments of books. One was Pets and Armor and one was Gregor. Together they cost about $800. So for 100 of those, it was about $400. So imagine getting that and being like, $400, okay, they better fix this, you know? But yeah. Oh, funny, Shonda. That works. Oh, sorry, your Wi-Fi's crap, Paladin. Yeah, so what's funny is, I mean, we'll be giving the publishing seminar or whatever at the end for JourneyJune, but I mean, like I said, we'll talk about this during that too for the people that aren't here right now, but shit happens, okay? Sometimes you get blank books, and it was so weird because I was like, I don't need to look at these. I've ordered these like 4 times. It'll be fine. Every time can be different, and it might not even be your fault, you know? So Paladin, I got 100 of these made, and the insides are blank, and they're not supposed to be. But I was explaining that they're supposed to have all these in them. I was explaining that it's not too big of a deal because I should be able to get it sorted out before the next convention, where I do have enough books at least for this convention. Which, if I had none, that'd be a problem. But I have some. Yep. But anyway. I mean, that should be on them. If they have good customer service, they're going to be on it and be like, oh my gosh, okay, well, you know, fast ship them, fast print them, all that stuff. Get them made. So I'm thinking I want her to be shorter than Hazel. I haven't even looked at a picture of a skunk yet. And, yeah, I'll sell the blank ones probably as sketchbooks if they let me keep them. But, I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't let me keep them. But I have to rip off the cover. I can't have the cover kept there because that's just too confusing, and I don't want that to happen and be confusing, and people are like, what's the deal? I don't want to have to deal with that. So I'll have to rebind on a cover, which is time in itself. I mean, it's easy enough, but it sucks. It's extra crap. Yeah, sorry, Fire Seal, you came in a little late. I just spit everywhere. My magical mentor is gonna actually be an old lady skunk, I think. So. Oh god, skunk babies. Oh, this picture. Oh my god, and her little face. You guys, look at this picture of the skunk. Oh my god. They got dandelions. Ooh, I would like that. But dandelion perfume. Maybe she's collecting lilacs. That'd be good. But I want to see where their ears are. Oh, that's a better one. Gabe, do you want to talk about your stuff for a bit? I've been talking nonstop.
So they're gonna have a meal. They're having a meal. So the little dude just saved. The little shrug just saved the dude. Let's see if I can pull out yesterday's page. And so the little dude was like, "What's going on over there?" And then he saw over here, like the big monster guy is like, candy bar. And then he goes and he grabs the candy bar with his tentacle arm. And then the little dude jumps out of the bushes. And then he's like, hack! And he hacks out, just like that, a giant ball of slime, the loogie, hits him in the eyeball, and he drops our hero in the candy bar. And then he scurries off. And now we've got, I'm gonna have the little guy, a little shrug. He's gonna go try to, he's gonna try to eat the candy bar, but he can't really eat it because it's like super sealed. And the guy picks it up.
The guy picks it up?
Yeah, he picks it up and it's dripping.
And goo.
Yeah. And then he's gonna rip it open.
Pug for ball.
And I'm gonna sort of do a little bit of a Dragon Ball. What's it called? When you
Drink that coffee.
it's like when you call back to something and you're like, hey, this is my favorite thing.
I think it's just called a callback.
No, it's like a.
Like where you're planting things for later?
No, like I was playing Moonlighter and they were like, here, take this. You might need this. And they were like, homage.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna do a bit of an homage to Dragon Ball, where the candy bar. Sorry guys, I am like dealing with shoulder pain and elbow pain and hand pain. I might be having a heart attack, probably not, but I'm also trying to think at the same time.
Gabe, that's scary. You probably just scared everybody.
I'm fine. It's tendonitis, I think.
Yeah.
Also, yesterday I was carrying around like 55-pound weights back and forth.
You did that again today, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
I saw you. What were you picking up?
Oh, no, I was just dragging over 45 plates to
Oh, okay.
to go do squats.
Maybe you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Well, they had to get over there anyway, so I figured I might as well get them over there.
Alright.
But so it's gonna like, you know, and then it's then there's like a complete meal in there with a bunch of crap. So it's like a bar that's like pressurized, right? And then when you open it, when the oxygen gets to it, it like you know, the chemicals react and they turn into a big meal.
Oh. Interesting. Ooh, yeah, good luck, DJ.
Oh, cool.
We've done that before. That's actually a really fun thing to do.
Oh.
I hope you have fun with it. Like the microwave in The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically.
Exactly.
Oh my god, this picture of the skunk I sent you guys though, right? How's everybody else's day? What have you guys been doing?
Damn eyeball right here. It's in the way.
No, Paladin, this is actually my same playlist I've been playing a whole year. Same guy, same everything. Yes, Fire Seal, your day. How is your day? I'm excited about going to the con, but at the same time, I'm tired. Like, I feel like about this time of year anyway, you just start getting tired of doing cons.
Mhm.
Even if it's been like a month since our last one, which it doesn't feel like a month. It feels like we just did it yesterday. Not productive. Sometimes that's good, Fire Seal. I mean, if you need a non-productive day, I mean, you might need it, you know?
I mean, it is Sunday, dude.
Oh, yeah, it's so... God, I keep forgetting it's Sunday. Now that we have Sundays and, like, one weekday that's at 4 o'clock,
Yeah.
I can't tell them apart now. Because remember, we used to have 3 days, and each day was a different time slot?
Mm-hmm.
That helped me tell what day it was. Now I have, like, no idea. Oh. Oh, no, very... Is it good stress, though? Do you enjoy it, at least? What you're learning and stuff? Alright, I usually think these kind of characters are cop-outs. However, I really want to draw one, and I kind of don't give a fuck, you know? So, I think I'm just gonna do it. What I'm talking about is characters in ponchos. Usually, people that draw characters in ponchos a lot, they don't really know what they're doing. You know, they don't want to draw hands or arms or feet or whatever. But I want her to kind of be like a mystic, but not so. I almost feel like it's just important to do this, I guess. So, like I said, I'm aware. I know what this looks like, but her hands are nubs anyway, so. Also, you know what I thought for a long time was that if I'm drawing simple characters, it means I can't draw more intricate characters or anything like that. I think if someone's starting off and that's all they draw, okay. But if you like go through a stint of learning like anatomy and you can draw hands and feet and all that stuff, if you choose to then draw simplified characters, I think that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. In fact, I mean, knowing what you know then and then being able to simplify it is good. You know, like then a lot of your nubby characters will have more believability with certain things because you'll know where the joints are at least, and it's not just a little ball of dough, so to speak. So it's still important to learn all that stuff, but I think after that point, if you choose, you know, you can do whatever you want, which, you know, among my friends, I feel like kind of the cop-out guy, because I'm not doing like portraiture of people and beautiful women and scary things and weird stuff, but you guys know what I've said in the past where I honestly respect people that know all the detailed stuff but can simplify it to a point where it's super believable and really nicely proportioned, and the style has been like concentrated to a point where it looks very well thought out. Example would be like Incredibles, let's say. That style. Like Violet looks very different from Bob, and Bob looks very different than Helen, and all that, right? But they live in the same universe, and they've been simplified enough to where it's believable, right? But they're still overly exaggerated. Those people that design those characters very well know their anatomy, you know? They didn't just do that all their life, because there is a problem with just going straight to over stylized, because then you don't know what you're stylizing, you know? When you stylize something, it's because you've looked at something else to stylize it your way, you know? And you can have many different styles. You don't have to have just one. Scary stress, very no! Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, I hope it at least gets you something eventually that's worthwhile. Usually things that are scary or stressful at least have good things in the end, you know? I did random doodles for characters. I have magic minotaur. See, Fire Seal, I kind of wish I had done what you did. I did that whole lineup of different, I'll say civilians, but they were just for Hazel's town. I honestly didn't even think ahead, and I made the challenge, so I thought ahead for her, but I didn't think ahead for the other characters that would be introduced. I should honestly start thinking about the Babbling Bard, too, which might be funny as a duck, now that I think about it. But, I don't know, there's a couple animals I really like that I haven't gotten into the story. I don't know if they fit in this story, really, but I love them. Like, there are certain animals I just adore that I just don't know if I'll be able to fit in. It's true, Ushi. It's true. Nubs, man. Nubs. Alright. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm not exactly looking forward to North Carolina because it's in the 90s with tons of humidity. Both of those things are bad things. Especially with the dresses I wear for, you know, they're like peasant dresses, but I don't think they're very well, like, I don't want to say ventilated because that sounds gross, but like, I don't think they breathe well. Like, there's not much air circulation. I want to give this character fringe, but I also don't. Fire Seal, did you end up going with the drawing you were kind of not jonesing on yesterday? Because I thought it was still good. I know you were kind of like, I'm not too excited about this one, blah, 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 but did you end up redrawing it, or is the one that you posted the one you were kind of meh about? Oh, good. Yeah, because I thought that one was fine. How often do you guys go to the grocery store and get home and realize you forget stuff? Because we do it all the damn time. Like, it's bad. Granted, we always go right after the gym, so we're probably not thinking straight well enough, but I don't know. Also, I don't know if I want her to just be carrying the basket on her tail. I guess skunk tails are big enough where I could.
Like she's bouncing it?
Yeah, it's between her back and the tail itself. She won't be in the story long, so if I kind of want to make her more ornate or decorative or just detailed, I can. Like I said, because she's not in there very long, because she's just kind of a, I don't know, an in and out character, you can do that sometimes. I mean, it's the characters that you're drawing all the time that you just might not want to deal with, you know? Oh, yeah, I could understand Fire Seal. Sometimes it happens. Let's see, how do I want to draw her shoes? Maybe just cute little shoes. Yeah, that works. So she's gonna have 3 little layers here, I think. Has anybody ever been to North Carolina before? What are we supposed to expect if you have?
Heat.
Other than the heat. I'm anticipating that. Well, and then the next month we're going to SuperCon in July, which is Florida. I'm not ready for that. The friends I know that live in Florida don't like heat or humidity. I'm like, what the hell are you doing in Florida? I don't know, just can't leave. Okay. Get out of that, man. For me, it's cold all the time. I love cold. Not cold though. Like, I kind of draw the line at maybe, I don't know, 20 below. I need a picture of a lilac flower. Oh, tomorrow's probably going to be the last stream for the week. So on Gabe's stream tomorrow night. After that, we're probably not going to be on until the next week. Because like I said, we're going to be at HeroesCon. So if you got, stuff you want to talk about, or you want to, have an art jam or whatever, we'll be here for tomorrow. But after that, you're on your own. We've trained you for this. You guys will be fine. Plus, if we do feel like it, maybe we'll dual Insta story stream, because we can do that while we're gone, but you'll have to be following either Gabe or I on Instagram. I don't know how likely it's going to be that we're going to be doing that, because usually after a day at a convention we're kind of burnt. But, we can try it. Because we're going to need to be drawing stuff anyway, probably. Unless I can get, keep getting ahead with this. Yeah, I think I like her enough to use her. Oh, I kind of want to give her jewelry. There are things that hold, like, oils and stuff around your neck. Oil essence. I've always wanted one, actually. How's your stuff going?
Good.
Yeah, they usually have little intricate designs and things. So this is now my, what you call it, my style guide, I guess, for her. Oh, I forgot to finish the basket. not sure if I want her tail to be more simplified than this, or if I want it as fuzzy as it looks. But I can always figure that out later. Because remember, we're basically just doing storyboards right now, so if you guys have ever looked at a real storyboard from a movie, those usually never, like even the characters never look like the people they actually cast, or anything like that. So it's okay if, you know, your characters end up changing. It's more than okay. And remember how important texture is. Texturing things can actually really help in a scene that's kind of busy to help things stand out, you know? So like the fact I'm texturing this basket differently than anything else, even if you don't see the basket too easily, you know it's something different than the rest of her. So, alright, now to go to the actual story. Use my big brush. Get my pencil shaving there. For those of you doing JourneyJune, is there a specific prompt that you're actually looking really forward to? I think I was looking forward to this one until I forgot it existed. I might actually be looking forward to, well, now the Babbling Bard, but also just probably an actual battle or the ending. I'm actually looking forward to the ending. What about you, Gabe? Is there a prompt you're looking forward to?
I don't remember what it's called.
The end. Well, not the end of the challenge, but how my story ends. I'm looking forward to that. Because, I don't know, I like how it ends. But
Oh, I think the final blow will probably be.
yeah, that should be one to look forward to, definitely. No, I didn't mean that in terms of the journey itself, but my ending is a happy ending. It's cute. Okay, so she's... Maybe I'll have her getting dandelions. Actually, does anyone know... I'll get your input on this. Does anybody know a flower that grows in the ground, like in fields, that has a good scent that would be used for perfume? Now, I originally wanted to do dandelions, just because I like how they look, but then when I think about applying them to a perfume, it doesn't really work. But maybe it's not just perfume smells. Maybe it's just scents that she can use for things. Actually, it's probably more like that. So I guess using dandelions would be okay. If you guys still want to give me suggestions, go for it.
Lily of the Valley?
Oh, yeah. Oh, those might be cute. She might have to reach for those, though.
Nightshade, what are you talking about?
Oh, roses, yeah. Is it a game, Nightshade? Purple jasmine. That sounds pretty. I do love lilacs, it's true. Purple jasmine. Oh, those are pretty. Well, they kind of even look like lilacs. Maybe I should just use lilacs. Actually, that might be really good. Once I color this, and let's say the lilacs are purple, she's black, white, and purple, and like lilac colors, and Hazel's gonna be very yellow. So those could actually look really pretty on a panel together. Lilac flowers, though, are really weird on their own. Whoa, what about lavender? Totally forgot about lavender. Oh, violets. Interesting. Oh, Nightshade. So the guys that made Witcher.
It looks friggin' nuts.
I'm a little critical of the fact they called it cyberpunk.
It's very trite.
Yeah, it
Like
sounds like generic. Why, you know,
The trailer I just saw is very
basic.
generic, but it
Looks
cool, I guess. Yeah, so
So it is what it is, like
it is,
cyberpunk.
yeah, 100%. It's like a Shadowrun, basically.
Oh, I like Shadowrun.
But it's really bright so far. I mean, there's some night scenes, but it's feels like Grand Theft Auto Cyberpunk. I'm assuming that's what it is.
Right, Shonda? Lilacs are actually my favorite flower, so I do try to fit them in sometimes. That's why I gave her that little basket full of them, but I wasn't sure if they were actually used in perfume, but I think they are.
That's weird to think that there's new flowers. Have you guys seen that new flower? Wait,
No, but I guess it's Nightshade. Is it a crossbreed or something? Whoever suggested this purple jasmine, I think it was Paknak. This is beautiful. This flower is gorgeous. I had no idea. I love it. Alpine rock jasmine. It's awesome. Oh!
Oh, okay.
We're all like, oh! I
Alright,
also
then
really
it's-
like Lily of the Valleys.
Then it's legit then. Whatever they're doing.
Damn. I always want to kind of fit in flowers and trees and leaves and stuff into outfits, but then I think about how quickly they die and that it's totally impractical. Like, you know, everybody who usually does a fairy wants to give them like a Lily of the Valley hat or like a Morning Glory hat, you know, just where the flower part is blooming downwards and then the stem is at the top. But it's like, man, they're gonna need a new hat every like 5 days. And I mean, that's where you're supposed to suspend your disbelief a bit, but sometimes I can't. And I'm that guy. It's really specific with the things I choose to get too sciencey about, which is really weird. I don't know.
Then I guess their economy is pretty good. If somebody's got to go out and make hats every day.
Their hatter is,
Yeah.
you know, making bank.
Shit, all the tailors making bank.
I guess, yeah, if their whole outfit is made from flowers,
Mhm.
yeah. Oh, I believe it, it's jasmine. My only problem with jasmine is that it's overused for porta potty smells. So whenever I make jasmine tea, I love it. It tastes great, but it smells like a porta potty. And I'm like, am I drinking toilet water? Help. Like, it's a little disheartening, you know, and you're like, oh yeah, okay. Right. Mm-hmm. They're making another Let's Go Pikachu, or are you just saying, like, you'd rather play that? Oh, good. Okay, Paknak, I'll have to take your word for it.
What the hell is Let's Go Pikachu?
I think is that the one that they're integrating with on the Switch Pokemon Go? Where like you and Pikachu are out and there's VR and stuff, and anyway. Nightshade, you were not too old because I was obsessed with it and you're my age. Nice try. You just probably thought it was too uncool for you. That's for babies. Well, here's the thing. I wanted her in a field collecting flowers, but if they're lilacs and stuff, they're gonna be on bushes. So, this is where thinking happens. I
It
guess
sounded like a commercial.
this is where thinking happens.
Lewis University.
Where thinking happens. Try thinking today.
You're impossible.
Oh God. I don't know where Tim started that.
Those billboards.
I know, but why did he choose me?
I don't know.
That's what I don't get. It's always me. Ashley, you're possible. Thank you, Herzing. Joking aside, Nightshade, we are done. Damn, that's cold. Yeah.
Wait, Nightshade, what did you care for?
Yeah, what were you into? Were you the Digimon guy? Not cool. Not cool. Yeah, I'm 32. Nightshade, I think, was 32.
You know what the best thing going on right now? The best thing that all the kids are into?
Oh, God.
It's the grocery gang.
Are you serious? Is this for real?
It's called Grocery Gang. It's a bunch of like...
How do you know what the kids are doing?
I'm kidding.
Oh.
But it's like a...
Oh, you were Beast Wars. That was my
Oh.
ex-husband. Yeah, I feel you. There are sects of people who are into certain things. Yeah.
bunch of sex.
Sex. I'm not gonna, it's S-E-C-T-S.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, children.
Oh, they have an official movie.
I want her to have like little snipper things or something. Do you think of how like big these people are? Oh my god. Oh no. Nightshade, no. I can't talk anymore.
I'm going to get attacked.
How often do I hear that a day? Ashley, I'm not telling you anything. Why? Because you're going to yell at me. What? Some friends. Actually. Hello, guys.
Hey, God.
No, I hated Harry Potter. I've always hated Harry Potter, and I have legitimate reasons why. I'm sorry. It aligns with the same reason I don't like the movie The Worst Witch, which ended up also being a series, which I also don't like. I don't like the whole cookie cutter wizard witch thing, where you go to a school with lots of other students and everyone's learning the same crap. That's not okay with me. I feel like there should always be a master and an apprentice, and you're learning that style of magic, whatever it is, how they learned it, how they chose to use it, all that sort of stuff, like where it's way more intimate. The idea to me about a witch or a wizard school is also very strange. Because if you think of all those wizards and witches and what they do afterwards, like, what? The world must be just chock full of these things. That's not special. When everything is special, nothing is, right? I can't get into it. I don't know. Oh, Cass. God, you're coming in late. Okay, for anyone coming in late, what I went over this earlier when we started. But, so this is my Pets in Armor book, right? This is what it's supposed to look like. Every page is supposed to look like this, right? It's about 50-some pages, and then the back cover inside, and then the back cover outside, right? That's the book. It's got the cover, and then the insides. So when you send your files to the printer, you give them 2 PDFs. You give them a cover PDF, that's the 4 pages, the outside, front, inside, back, outside, back, right? And then you also give them a PDF of the inside pages. Okay? So when I was uploading the file for these, the website was being a tidbit wonky, but I had to, like, you remember this too, I was complaining, I was like, this isn't uploading. I had to redo it, upload it like 4 times. It kept timing out, and I was like, okay, something's wrong. Eventually it said it went through, which I didn't believe anyway, right? And then I get an email after I've submitted my order that says that the insides weren't there, and I was like, okay. So this guy had emailed me from their support team and told me they weren't there. Can we have the file? I said, yeah. So I sent him the PDF directly, right? He said he got it and that everything's okay. And I was like, awesome. I get my books yesterday. Same start as usual. Cover looks good. Inside looks good. Blank. Every page is blank. And then the outside's fine and the inside's fine. So clearly they got the cover pages, but they did not get the inside pages. So there was some sort of miscommunication. So I have 100 of these. I plan on ripping off the cover, attaching a new cover, and selling sketchbooks. If they let me keep them, which I'm sure they will, but it's completely blank and it's not supposed to be. Now, that would be a nightmare, right? If I had no books left. So because I'm a smart cookie, I order things before I know they're gone completely. So I've still got enough books for the con coming out, which allows me time to order for the next con. The problem is 100 of these is about $400. So the fact that it was 400 and then the insides are like this kind of breaks your heart a bit. So I emailed them and then I also called them and I was asking, you know, hey, I have proof that I went through somebody and they said it was going to be okay and it's not. I need these by Tuesday. I'm just trying to get a fire under their butt, just so they get them to me by the next convention, right? Because that's when I'll have a problem. But at least I planned ahead. I've got enough books for this con, so I'm not freaking out. If I didn't have any left and I waited till the exact moment when I needed books, bad idea. This is just to show everyone plan ahead. Because, I mean, I did everything right. You know, it was technical problems, it was people failing, everything unrelated to me happened. And it wasn't my fault, it was nothing I could control, but you have to plan for the things you can't control, right? It's kind of like when you're driving. You have to drive defensively because you have to be afraid of the other guy not driving well, right? Even if you're a great driver, doesn't matter, you gotta be careful about the other people. So, similar to that, this happened. So, like I said, yeah, it kind of sucks. It is heartbreaking. My heart sunk, but at the same time, since I'm prepared for that, it was funny. And I could laugh at it because I was like, wow, they really fucked up. But hopefully, they can get me some, you know, obviously, before the next con, after this con, and I'll have new books, and it'll be fine. I don't know. Worst case scenario, they make me pay again, which they should not. I have all the proof that, and they're usually book companies, print companies, all these sort of things, they will take the hit immediately and just send you new ones. So if you guys ever order prints or books and they're defective, like if enough of them are defective and you're like, your printer was fucked up and it like did 50 copies and they're messed up right here, you have to kind of take pictures for proof and send it to them, but usually they'll fix it. They're usually really good about that. You won't typically get a printer that argues with you because they care way more about your business. Oh, it's okay, guys. What are you packing for? Bushi. No, I believe in the mentor and the apprentice. Obviously. Yeah. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, is it 50-50 wizards and muggles? Like, how does that work, and how do they coexist, and how is there not this... I don't know, I didn't read it, obviously, and I don't want to, because I'm just not into that. I don't know. I don't subscribe to it. But yeah. If you learn how the world works, certain books at the same time the main characters do. Yeah, that would have been cool, Lon. I wouldn't mind that. Like, if everyone was trying to acclimate to it, like they just found out about it, sure, that makes sense. I don't like that the world was already established and there's a school and blah, 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 blah.
I want a movie where it just started. But I don't think we're going to get that because they've been around forever.
Paladin, somebody majorly fucked up and is going to get their ass kicked. Basically.
I don't think
know.
so. I don't think
It probably happens more often than not.
unless they
But-
have like some sort of like you should have checked all the memos. Like whenever you print something, you check all the memos. Like if they have
well,
that,
that's assuming this guy added a memo.
that's what yes.
So
that's
there
what
are
I'm saying.
two
Yeah.
potential places I could see that
Yeah.
it screwed up, but Hello, D-pad. Sanitos. Ah. About to be at the hospital for. Oh no. Goss, do you have some sort of perpetual disease or something that makes you get sick a lot? Like, do you have an autoimmune disorder? That sort of thing? Because you do get sick a lot, and it worries us, obviously. I kind of agree with Nightshade. I like that Elon Musk is crazy, and he just does whatever he wants, but he's also not wasteful. He's doing things I feel like that, I don't know, either make people happy or are forward thinking, you know?
It's
The only
like
person I trust is my mom.
we need that.
Yeah, someone who's not too serious and isn't destroying the world.
He's like a modern day Tony Stark.
He is kind of Tony Stark. Good point.
But I'm still waiting for my home battery.
They have that. You can take it out of your car and charge it in your house.
No, I mean they have like he's trying to do a thing where everybody has a battery in their home, and then
That
like
thing.
yeah, and then in the middle of the city or whatever, there's a giant like solar panel grid, so everyone's like just getting free energy.
But at the same time, you don't want a house. So.
No, but we would just have the battery. I think that the idea is that you don't have to pay for electricity, which really should be the thing. Like, if people would just get their shit together, but then it's like,
Powerwall, yeah, that's
but-
what it's called.
yeah, but then there's like millions of jobs will be lost because of energy companies and coal and all this shit. But if you just invented free energy, somebody's got to take care of all that stuff, right?
Have you guys ever heard, maybe Ushi you have, of the, I'm sure you've heard of a resource-based economy, and usually people associate that with communism, but it's not completely that. There's a guy named Jacques, I'm gonna forget it, he just died, and it sucks because he had this really great idea. It was called the Venus Project, actually. I really got sucked into it for a while. It might have just been crazy propaganda. But if you look at this concept thing at the top, it's gonna sound weird right away. Like, no one has actual jobs they get paid for and stuff, but it's resource based, so you go into stores and you take what you need because everyone is helping the resources exist. But no one, it's without money, basically. It's not based on currency. You might actually super dig it too.
No, yeah, I remember it.
I didn't go into like details with you though, because at the time I don't think you were like, I don't know. You gotta be in the mood to be open. You know, sometimes you gotta. But yeah, I don't think you were in the mood for it at the time. But it is neat. But yeah, it sucks because he was trying so hard since I think the 70s to get this moving. And of course, it's just the wrong time for it completely. But I could see that absolutely working someday. And in fact, I think it's actually been done in movies and stuff. And you know how sometimes stuff in movies actually ends up being real. So, but either way, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's a commune basically. Yeah, but big scale and without money at all.
Ugh. Gosh, that's what you get for kissing boys. No more.
Eek. At least it's not mono. Cass, I feel like if you got mono, oh my god, you'd get destroyed. It's so much worse than the flu. Everybody's afraid of jobs getting destroyed, but I could see more jobs popping up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, How would it destroy jobs permanently? I don't think so. Mom! Yeah, I'm with you, Nightshade. Plus, coal just smells like death anyway. I mean, have you seen Fern Gully? Well, Cass, if you're in bed doing nothing at the hospital, I'm not trying to push my agenda or anything, but you know. Hi, Buggles! Yeah, Ushi, yes. I'm with you on that. Absolutely. I think she should have gloves, but I feel like that's a little strange too. Maybe it's not. I'll give her gloves. I mean, she's like a florist, right? Sort of. She needs gloves. Guys, can I get your opinion on something? Yeah, mono is messed up. I got mono once and it was like I didn't know it was mono. I think I got it from my ex-husband. He had it and he never told me, but it's like if he has it, I'm obviously gonna get it. Because mono can stay in your system for years and years and years and just flare up again randomly. So I have it now for the rest of my life, and Gabe probably has it now if he didn't have it before, and he'll eventually probably have it flare up, but whatever. But mono, like, knocked me on my damn ass. I couldn't do anything, and I mean anything. I couldn't even sit at a computer. My head just kept, like, I can only imagine it's what somewhat narcolepsy would be like, or something like that, because it was, I don't even know. I can't even explain it. It was so messed up. We have a lot of wind farms here. But anyway, back to my question. So, there are people that are doing the challenge, and you know I've said you can bend the prompt a little bit, right? But I still think for them to qualify for the free publishing class, they should obviously be doing it to the point you can still recognize what prompt it is, right? But if it's cooking up friendship and you're not even showing characters or cooking of any kind, like, and you just say in the description that they're cooking, I don't want to count that. And then their previous one too also had nothing to do with the prompt, though they said it was metaphorical. It's like suitable savior, you're supposed to introduce a new character. There was no new character. So I'm very conflicted because it's like, I'm 80% sure I should not allow it. But at the same time, it's like, I did say you could bend the prompt, but I thought it was obvious not that much to where it's not the prompt anymore. You know? I answered my own question. Never mind. Yeah, Goss, usually getting sick is that. You're right. You're right. You're probably pushing yourself too much. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be even, like, cooking even. When I say bending, it could just be cooking up friendships like, hey, we're bonding. It's a bonding moment. But if you don't have any characters in the scene, how the... Right? Like, I can't count that. You don't have any characters there. I don't know. So I'm not gonna allow it because it doesn't... It's not okay. Like, you're not doing the actual prompt. It just sucks because I'm gonna have to deal with the whole, well, I did all 30. It's like, yeah, but you didn't follow the prompts. I followed most of them. Well, not all of them. So it's like you didn't do all 30, you know? But then again, they finished a story. You guys, what do I do about that? Like, should I care more about the prompts or that they finished a story? Yeah, it's true, Long. Yeah, Ushi, it was like, I don't know, yesterday's could maybe be the prompt, but today's, for theirs, it's not even. I don't know. it's my camp. I just feel bad because it's like we did say if they finished a story, but if they're not even going with the prompts. Yeah, but I'm more mad that they don't seem to be actually, like, they're almost doing it against me to further make me upset. It's like, it's someone I know too, with a person I have history with, so there's something underlying there that I can't figure out, but I don't know. So, Goss, the problem with that is, even if I put it in a post, even if I put it in an Insta story, even if I put it in 5 days in a row, there's no guarantee anyone will see it. Or especially the person that I'm thinking of, too. It sucks. If they're not following the prompts, they might not even finish. Yeah, they might not, but they used to do comics, like, a lot. So I could see them finishing, but yeah, the fact they're not sticking to the prompts, And DJ says I should care about the prompts. I mean, it feels like you have to do the prompts and all the days. Like, those are the criteria, you know? I don't know. Yeah. I know, Goss, right? That's what I'm thinking. Like, especially if I've worn them twice now. I think they just don't want it to seem very... Like, this challenge isn't for them. They've already experienced how to make stories. Like, it's for people who haven't before. So, I don't know why they're even doing it either. Sorry, Nightshade. These are hands cutting off a flower from a stem. Sorry. Because we're introducing the magic mentor in this one, so I think I'm gonna have to tighten it in though, because I don't want to show her face yet. But she has little knobbly arms. Unless I can. Yeah. So this is the new character for anyone who's coming in. Sorry, I hadn't designed my mentor yet, so I had to do that. What?
My hand.
Your hand?
Mm.
Hurts?
Mm-hmm.
Gabe, stop then. Don't be an idiot.
Mm-hmm. It's like I need to crack it, but I can't.
Oh. Ushi, I think it's because they don't know how to make it into a book themselves. They don't know how to self-publish their stuff, but they finish things. So it's almost like they're using me at this point. I don't know. No, they're not using a pre-existing character that looks exactly like their dad. But they did at least design it the day of the journey. But yeah, the fact they're not following the prompts, and I don't know, it's just, it's tough. No, that's fine, Deftini. So, like I was saying, if you end up doing all 30 days the night before, July, that's fine. I mean, it's going to be hell for you, but if that's how you want to roll, go for it. That's part of the reason also that this is still a storytelling challenge, not an illustration challenge. We just want you to learn how to pace yourself, though, because that's how freelance life is and being an independent artist and stuff. So we were wanting you to get in some practice with that and understand what it's like, but also just to pace yourself, because there is so much thinking in this challenge. Then other illustration challenges and stuff, they'll give you a prompt and it's like, poisonous fruit, and you're like, okay, cool, I'll do like a Snow White ripoff or something, I don't know. But like, there's not as much thinking with that as there would be with something like this, where it's like you're trying to think of, a story. Things, you're planning things early in the story to pay off later, you're introducing characters, you're having characters interact. Like, there's so much. No, Cass, so I've been talking about it, but it's that it's just, it's not right. It's like, why would they keep doing it if I've told them not to? You know.
Hello, and some.
And some welcome.
I think you had gotten a follow earlier or something. I saw a little thing.
Paladin hosted. She doesn't have a name, no. She's just the mentor, though. So the mentor character, because I'm on day 12. Something like that. But, yeah, I think I'm going to actually close in more on this one. Because I don't want to show anything except the hands right now. But, yeah. Okay. Because it's one of those shots where you introduce a character via a couple new things. So, you know, you don't just show them right away, or you don't show the main character stumbling upon them right away, but you just cut to them and you see them like working with their hands, and then they put something in her case, in the basket. So you don't know who she is yet, because obviously you don't recognize these gloves, right? Hazel doesn't have gloves like that. Who is this, right? So then here, I'll show her putting something in there, and then maybe you'll see part of the tail, and you'll be like, oh, it's a skunk? Oh, so this is a new character, you know? It's to help you start understanding how to include new characters and stuff like that. Bit of last minute to get done. Okay, Buggles, that's fine. I mean, it's up to you. If you end up wanting the class and you want, you know, to get all the days in, just make sure you follow the prompts, and obviously, and you do all 30 days, you know, you should be good. Yep, I know, D-pad. I know. See what happens. I mean, I don't think it's much of a hero's journey if you're not following the prompts. Because the prompts are made for the challenge. And like I was saying, the challenge is for people that aren't used to stories. So if you're used to making stories and you're already doing your own thing, why are you doing the challenge? You know? Oh, I got something in my throat out. Ugh, my eyes are watering. Trying to figure out how her outfit works while drawing her, sort of. So like I was saying earlier too, since she makes perfume, I had to look up how perfume's made. And what's even a little bit more difficult, and this is why I was talking about research for some of our like beginning prompt, like motivational stuff, that research is important. Because, you know, you're going to be showing this character, a lot of the time you want to show them in their element. So if their element is, you know, being at their house, doing their work, whatever, they have a specific job that you don't know much about, you have to look it up. So my problem was a lot of the perfume, like, making things nowadays is with a factory. I also had to research how to simply make perfume, which luckily there's so much DIY stuff out there now, where I was able to find a video that broke it down into like 3 steps, and it used a lot of organic materials. So basically I can take that and retrofit that into the story using my character. What?
Oh, no, I was just thinking because alcohol is one of the bases for perfume.
You don't have to use it though.
But no, I know you don't have to, but it'd be funny if she was like,
she's kind of loopy.
A little bit for me.
A little bit for you.
A little bit for me.
That would be cool.
Hey, Hazel.
What's your name again?
What's your name?
You're so a bear. Do you know you're a bear?
You're awesome.
I like your bee.
Who's this guy?
Who's
Hey,
this?
little guy.
Who's this little fella right here?
Oh, you got honey, huh?
I like it, the bee. I can imagine the bee doing 2 things. Either being scared of her or kind of prancing
Yeah,
around
like,
like, yeah, I'm the
yeah,
guy.
that's it. Yeah, cool.
I'm the guy. Kind of like pugs do.
Yeah.
If you see, if you're like, who is this guy? And they're like, oh, I'm the guy. I'm the guy. You know? I don't know. I could kind of see the bee doing that, but at the same time, yeah. I don't know.
Mom, who's this crazy lady?
Yeah, right?
That's your aunt, Florence.
Florence. She means well, but she's a little crazy. Buggles. Throwing it so my hands here.
I had a dream we went to Japan.
Oh my god, I had so many dreams last night.
I had a dream we went to Japan and we were at some store.
Was it a toy store, Gabe?
Nah.
Yeah,
It was like a...
Yeah, right.
You know, it was like an just a variety. It just had a lot of things, but it was like an art store. I guess it was like a Kinokuniya,
Okay.
because they had books and they had art supplies, and we were with a bunch of group of people.
A bunch of group of people. So not one group, but many a group?
Yeah.
Okay.
Many a group. No, it was just a group of people, and we all were looking at these books, and we were all sort of in a group, and we were waiting for someone to come lead us or some shit. But then at some point, everyone was like, "All right, we're just gonna go look." And before that happened, there was a book that I saw, and it was like a new Akira Toriyama book. Akira Toriyama is the guy who invented Dragon Ball, whatever. But it was like a new book that he had put out, where it was like a dude that looked like Boo.
Yeah.
But really, like, you could he used to be handsome, but then he gained a lot of weight, but it was still Boo, you know? It was really weird. And then he was
like old Boo.
I guess. Yeah, it was Ron Perlman Boo, I guess, you know. Yeah, I know Ron Perlman was never handsome or anything, but he was just really big, you know, and he could like puff up his chest and like look really big, but then his stomach would like flatten down.
Yeah.
And just turn into a big ball. And then his buddy that he was, the other character in the book, was a
Sirens.
what's the name of that guy?
I'm on day 12, Buckles.
There's a cartoon
Magic Mentor.
on Cartoon Network with a big like blonde-haired dude, and he talks like this, and he runs around with two little.
You're not talking about Johnny Bravo, right?
No, but he kind of looks like Johnny Bravo, but no. And then there's like a butterfly or two butterfly dude henchmen, and then there's
Are you talking about Venture Brothers?
Yeah. His
Wait, who's the guy that... Oh, you're talking about Brock.
Yeah, Brock. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He
so-
does kind of remind me of like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other character in this book looked like Brock, but fat. Not fat, but you know, like dude fat. Like not dude, father, like dad bod. He had like a dad bod. But basically, the book was just Akira wanting to draw a bunch of like scenes and just like have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like almost like a storybook, and it was really rad. And when I woke up, I was like, I would totally do that. I would just draw this thing, and it was like Boo had like a meme face, you know, like a hey, you know.
Yeah.
And it was really cool.
So you have the best friggin'... I had a dream where I had numerous pets. Like, each one was a section, though. And it's like, here's Ashley's life with birds. Here's Ashley's life with dogs. Here's Ashley's life with this. And the bird one was cute and stuff, but I was like, I like a pet that can kind of take on my aggressions. Meaning, I can go at them and squeeze them and hug them and squinch them, and they're fine with it. I would never be able to do that with a bird. Like, it's bad enough I can't squinch my hamster. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my hamster was six feet long, oh yeah, I'd squinch the hell out of that thing. But no, so it was weird. I don't know. I'm a dog person, but since we can't have a dog right now, I've got a hamster. Next best thing? We can't have cats either because I'm allergic. Gabe's mainly allergic. So,
No, I'm like legit allergic.
I don't know. You and I were okay with Key's cat when we were over there.
Yeah, that's because it hadn't been there too long.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it was only there for like less than a month. So also it's a really big house.
It is a big house, yeah.
So it had enough time to like roam around everywhere, but not put its crap everywhere.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Oh, bye, Fire Seal.
And what have you done for the day so far? Is there stuff on Insta? Yeah, Buggles, it is. I mean, they're all this rough, though, because they're supposed to be rough. And I know people are probably like, what the hell is this about? So remember, if you are doing the roughs and you are afraid that people will be like, what's all this? Why won't you do real art anymore? Remember just to put some real art in every once in a while, you know? But bye, Fire Seal! Have fun! Yeah, I can't wait to see today's day either from everybody. That's one of my favorite parts of the day. Yay! Sukiko!
Sukiko.
Welcome! We miss you! Ooh, sunflower. Both my sunflowers have bloomed, by the way. I'm very excited about that. No, Nightshade, there wasn't a murder to my knowledge. But this is a very tame town, so I doubt there's a murder. Maybe somebody dropped a raccoon in a hole accidentally, I don't know.
We gotta get the raccoon out of the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, everyone!
So Buggles, my story started out actually just as a storybook style, and as the story ended up telling me, it wanted more than just one illustration a day. So probably by day 5, I was doing panels, and oh, bye DJ.
Bye DJ.
It's great having you. Thanks for coming. By day 5, I was doing panels, but if you're like me and you're not too sure about your panel skills yet, like fitting them into panels, do them just as squares first, and then later on worry about how your panel should look. As long as you're getting down what you need to in each frame, you should be fine. Because like eventually, you know, I mean, you're pacing these as if they were in panels, basically. So leave that for another time. Don't worry yourself too much with it. And then eventually you can go back and fit them into panels, like when you've researched them a bit more. We've been good. We've been stressed. I've been trying to finish commissions and do a part-time job, making a game while running JourneyJune, participating in JourneyJune, and also getting ready for a con next week. So a little busy. Gabe's also got his own stuff, but busy's good. It usually means you're producing, you're getting some money, so that's good. You're welcome, Buggles. Let me know if you have other questions. Anybody else, too. Let me know if you have questions on anything. JourneyJune, what we're doing, anything. It's all good. So show that. And I'm going to zoom out and show all of her. What? God, Gabe's so cryptic today.
I want to, so this meal gets made.
Yeah.
And I want to push my vegetarian agenda.
Okay. As you do.
So I don't know what the hell, I guess.
How do you turn rough into finished piece? I'm most afraid of this. There's a couple ways to do it. White long grain rice or basmati? Basmati. Go basmati.
Hell yeah.
So if I were to turn this into a finalized piece, I could do it a couple ways depending on how I want the end game to look. Like if you want it digital or whatever. If you want it digital, you're in an easier spot because you can just scan it in and then just go over it and all that stuff. If you're going to do it traditionally, if you've already done it pretty tight, like your pencils are pretty good, you trust where you've put stuff, it's doing the job, all that, then you could ink it if you want. Otherwise, you could erase it and, you know, if you're doing a painting, paint it that way. If all your squares are going into panels, then you're most likely going to have to redraw them or scan them in and fit them into panels that you've decided their shape and stuff. Other than that, though, it's really up to you and what you've kind of just decided for a style. So what would be smart, and what I'd suggest doing, Yokai, is do a style frame for what you'd like your end game to kind of look like. So I've done this, and I'm not so sure it's what I want the final to look like, but I do kind of like how it looks. You know, I'm kind of okay with that. And for this, I used just a brown pencil and some watercolor. But maybe I want more later. I could always touch it up digitally, you know, however I want. But it's good to try a couple different styles if you're not sure what would fit the story best. Like for Gabe, his is probably going to end up being super clean lines, maybe cel shaded, and a lot of flat colors. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Except for maybe a couple glows and gradients for effects.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? So depending on like what your style is, what your story is about, it's kind of going to reflect what you end up doing it with. Typically. But I mean, you can always do something different too. Did that answer your question? Or did you have something more specific, I guess you were meaning? Basmati it is. Yeah, we don't usually use white rice, like white long grain. I don't even know what you use it for anymore. That's the basmati, though.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty sure. The jasmine rice? Yeah.
Yeah. Is that basmati and jasmine the same thing?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. But the white long grain is more like a regular rice.
Oh.
Oh, good, yokai. Awesome. Yeah, let me know if you want to know more, because like I said, everything's dependent kind of on your story and what you're trying to get across with it. Like, mine is kind of an old school, cute, no villain, good feeling story for kids, we'll say. Because of that, it's probably going to be a softer style with subtle colors, limited palettes in some areas, stuff like that. Heavy sauces. Yeah. It's basically a vehicle. Rice is like bread is like tortillas. They're all vehicles for food, right? Her ear has to be a lot smaller though than the bear ear. She's an older lady, so she's a little squinty. I'm not gonna make her drunk though, Gabe. I know you want it, but I'm not gonna make her drunk. Is that you?
Mm.
The knocking?
Yep.
Oh god, don't do that, scare me. Hey schmuck!
Hey, schmuck.
How you doing? What's up? I know it's kind of hard to see these. So remember, roughs. Roughs. She's got these cute little shoes. She's got a poncho, a multi-layered poncho. Because one thing I like about old ladies is they don't give a fuck. So they're gonna do what they want. Oh, nice. Good job. Can be helpful. Don't forget that in most cases you want to show more than tell. So if you can tell an entire scene without dialogue, sometimes that's better than actually having dialogue fill in the spots that, you know, you're talking about. Because otherwise you get one of those situations where it's just exposition and people turn off. People are usually visually stimulated, so if you can fit that kind of in there, it's usually good. So before you just start telling people stuff, make sure you tried to show it as much as possible first. And usually in every scene, you want to try to think about who, what, when, where, why. I know that sounds like a lot, but just go down the list of, you know, everything you're showing and try to apply the who, what, when, where, why to it. If you can answer a lot of those in your scene, it's going to be that much stronger. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Glad to hear it. Good. Good. At least you're your own good critic. That's one of the hardest things to do. Being an artist and a writer, I guess, or just any sort of artistic anything. You gotta learn how to critique yourself fairly and well. Because you don't always have people around to bounce things off of, so...
But that's also why we are here.
Yeah. You mean we as in you and I, or we as in a human race?
We, both. But we as in, people of the internet.
It's true. That's why we like to think of this as an art jam. Like, if you, for some reason, don't have your own art crew or anything like that, think of us as your art crew. We'll be happy to be here when we can. Today and tomorrow, though, unfortunately, are our last days streaming for this week, as we will be in North Carolina at HeroesCon. So if anyone's going to HeroesCon, come say hi. But we'll be at tables. We've got tables. So... Bleh. Wandering away, but leaving the stream on. Awesome, Lung. Thank you. Yokai, is that a Sia? Or is that a C? Yeah.
It's uh-huh.
I think I will simplify her tail just a bit. You have to keep the fan on. I actually really like lilac buds. I think they look really cool. What are you guys doing right now? Is anybody drawing their journey with us? Are you working on something else? Some of you guys still in school right now? Also, these lilacs are gonna turn into the same problem I was having with the bees, where it's like I just want to draw a couple so you know what's going on, but I don't want to draw all of them. Not right now, because that's not the point. So you just kind of want to hint at, okay, this is a lilac bush. She's collecting flowers, all that. Playing Halo, of course. Oh, that's okay, Ushi. You go do your study stuff.
Dude.
Good job doing your page, though. Oh no, burned out by work. Well, make sure to take some time for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Don't overdo it. Remember what I was saying about being burnt out in Zelda? Maybe that still applies. Drawing day 10. Good job, D-Pad. You've been killing it, man.
Mm-hmm.
You've been doing so awesome. Everybody has. I'm really blown away by the amount of just like people we've got dedicated to this, A, and B, how many people are actually still excited about their stories, still dedicated to doing them. I thought we'd have a bigger drop off by now, I'll be honest.
Yeah, totally.
But no. People are really still into it. And if anything, I think a lot of people are getting more excited because, like we were saying earlier, getting closer and closer to those other parts of the story that are really exciting, right?
It begets its own
Excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're creating something that's starting to take on a life of its own. I always relate art and projects to kids, and I know I probably shouldn't, especially once I start talking to a parent. But for me, this is the closest I'll probably get, but it seems like, you create a product, right? You create this thing, whatever this is. You're going through the motions with it. The project itself has its ups and downs in the beginning, right? Maybe that's like toddler stage sort of thing. You're learning about them, they're learning about you. And then you get to a point where the roughs are done, right? You've got an outline of it. So maybe by the time they're a preteen or a teen, you kind of know what kind of person they are, right? And then once you polish it, and you don't have to do as much as in the beginning, right? You polish it, and then it's basically taking on its own life at that point. And it knows what it's doing, and it's telling you what it likes and what it doesn't like. And in terms of style for a story, that happens. So if it is a kid's story and whatever, it's going to tell you that. Similar to a teenager being like, no, Mom, I don't want to be a doctor. I want to go and I want to be a musician. And then they eventually go off to college, unless they're a musician. I don't know what they do then. But go off on their own, we'll say. So that's about the time where you've polished it as much as you can. You've bound it, right? You've made it its own standalone thing. And then you send it off, right? And sending it off is basically sending it to people, right? Seeing how the world treats it. Similar to a kid. So that's my analogy. It's kind of solid. At the same time, hopefully it doesn't offend actual parents, seeing as we've never had an actual parenting experience. But I guess I'm just not relating it to that so much as I am the process, right?
I guess we don't really have to pay for college.
No. This is just, it's more of a metamorphosis story. But I feel like using a caterpillar or anything like that is almost not justifying it. It has more stages similar to a child, Yay, Very! Good job! You deserve some sleep. Get it.
Do it.
Get it. Hi, Spongy.
Spongy.
Oh, Ushi, that's great. Doesn't that feel good? It's so cool. Bye.
Bye, Very.
You're welcome. Yeah, Ushi. Totally. Next month, I feel like for Gabe and I is going to be our breather. I mean, we have one con, but like at that point, I'll technically be safe with my commissions. Like nothing will be late at that point. I've almost caught up to it now. But at the same time, we'll probably be able to breathe a little bit and work on our own personal stuff, which is exciting. But I just really want you guys to finish this and do the class and be able to hold a book of your own in your hands. I want you to be able to feel that. It's such a good feeling. I think every artist and, aspiring storyteller should feel that. I mean, this is for the people. Obviously, this whole challenge is for the people that haven't gotten to do that. And, we fight for the user sort of situation here. Because it's for the noobs. I'll just say it. It's for newbies, We're doing it with you, though, just because we gotta make more shit anyways. But also, it always feels good when you've got somebody doing it along with you. Like, I always actually really liked it when an art teacher would be doing the assignment sort of with you. Like, they'd be working on their own thing.
I don't think I ever had that.
I've had probably 2 that do that. And I found that really cool, because then it felt like they were on your level a bit, instead of above you. And, I don't know, I felt like that really actually helped. But I could see for some people, maybe not, but I enjoyed it. It felt more like you were hanging out than just, the too much discipline aspect. And I don't want you guys to take offense to the newbie thing because, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I think admitting you're a noob at something is a good thing.
You start a baseline.
Yeah. I'm not an expert at this. I've done it a couple times, but I'm no expert. I'd say Gabe's closer to expert than I am, but either way, when someone has more experience, period, than you, it can still help. So, and you get a different breadth of style and stuff if Gabe and I are both teaching, about it, and both going through the motions. And then who knows, somebody could even be like, oh, my story's better than Cloverkin's. Awesome. Like, that's fine. That's good. If that heats you up and makes you want to make it more, awesome. That's what I want. Absolutely. It's not a competition, but if that helps you, use it. But also keep it in check. Because, eventually it could consume you. Don't let it consume you. Competition can be good. But it can also consume people. How far are you on yours?
I'm going real slow.
Could you zoom it a bit? Like look at my thumbnail compared to yours. Like
no, it doesn't pull down anymore.
Yeah, it does.
No. It literally doesn't.
Oh, you don't have another point of articulation.
Yeah.
Do you want me to zoom in for you?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. You'll have to know where it is then once I zoom in. So, which one are you working on right now? The first upper left?
Yeah.
Is that about right?
Mm-hmm.
I might have to change your resolution on it. Oh no, it's 1280. Nah, you should be fine. Hazel comes in. Oh, maybe the B goes for the lilacs. Cute. That's cute. I think it's okay too to take a little time if you're introducing a new character. You know? Even if they're a little short-lived.
What's up, Ninja?
Hi, Greg. Thank you. How you doing? Did you get some rest? I know you said you were kind of burnt out from that night of work. You feeling better? Get some sleep? I still haven't gotten her mouth right yet. Nope, I still don't like that either. Damn. No, it should be okay for right now. Some days this can be a really chill stream and everybody's just drawing. We get it. We're at least hanging out together. It's really weird because I remember recently we were watching. It wasn't Raiders. I think it was Last Crusade. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Where I was watching it, I was like, man, this is kind of boring. I don't remember this being so boring. And today at the gym, I was watching Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom isn't boring. Like, it's pretty one thing after the next, you know, but for some reason, Last Crusade is boring, but I like a lot of the things in it. Like, I like when they go down to the tomb and, you know, the gasoline, the fire, and all that junk. But, and then the boat with the... Were they Nazis in the boat?
I don't remember that part.
No, they were the other guys. They were the guys that were protecting, I think, King Arthur's shit. It was... Yeah. And I can't remember if Raiders of the Lost Ark, if that was boring or not. But Temple of Doom's not boring. That's the first one, right?
I think so.
Yeah. What the heck? Oh no, Greg. Do you believe in caffeine? Are you a fan of caffeine? On Spotify there is a... I found my own royalty-free stuff, but if you can find that, awesome, if you can find something you like. But Twitch FM is the approved Twitch list. Well, Twitch lists. So here, Paladin, if you go there, and underneath it, it'll say public playlist, press see all on the right side, and it'll show you all the stuff it has. There may or may not be something for you. Like, this is what we use on Gabe's stream, and a lot of it's like techno or pop. I don't know if they have much in the realm of like what you're listening to right now, but I don't know, I never actually looked for it. They have one called Adventures. That might work. But yeah. Liquid shit. Oh, so you probably drink pop, yeah? Hey man, depends on the vehicle. I'm not into coffee, but I love espresso. And to me they're so different. Plus, coffee gives me a headache, so I can't drink regular coffee. Like Gabe's drinking regular coffee right now. I can't do that for some reason. And I've tried multiple times. I can't. It gives me like instant headache. But espresso, for some reason, doesn't. And what's weird is, espresso for the liquid content has more caffeine, but they never give you a ton. So, in actuality, I think you get more caffeine off of coffee because you're having more coffee than you would espresso. A lot of people don't realize that. And I read that last night when I was trying to figure out why do I get headaches from coffee.
I get much more lit on a cup of coffee than I do espresso.
You do,
Yeah.
which I feel like is why maybe I can't have coffee. It's just too much, too quick. Like espresso gives me a nice mellow alertness.
I think also you got to find like I didn't like coffee until I started drinking Americanos, which was because I kept drinking coffee because I was tired. After school, I'd be tired and I'd be like, all right, I need something. So I'd have coffee because energy drinks taste awful.
And pop is really bad for you.
Yeah.
We love pop.
Yeah.
But we can't drink it as much as we'd like.
So I started drinking just Blonde Roast from Starbucks, and that tasted awful all the time. And then I tried an Americano, and that was way smoother.
That's because it's watered down espresso, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I realized, well, if I can't go get Americanos all the time, I gotta start drinking coffee at home. So then I just found coffee that tastes good. Because I realized like the stuff that you get at Starbucks or restaurants, the stuff you get at restaurants, it tastes like shit because it's just garbage coffee. But the stuff you get from Starbucks is super concentrated. So if you just find coffee, like I got this really tasty, like, what's it called? Like mountain gruel? It's like caramel?
No, it's gruel. No, grog.
Grog.
Yeah.
Mountain grog.
I mean, when you say good coffee, though, what do you mean by that?
It's just good tasting stuff. Because like I said, like if...
Like flavored?
Yeah, like when you go to like a restaurant, like if you go to IHOP or whatever, and it's just, they give you coffee and it's like, they get this coffee from like surplus, like military bunkers, you know, like it's like grade D coffee. It's not like the best coffee in the world.
It's not coffee shop coffee.
Yeah, but if you go out and you get yourself a bag of like whatever at the grocery store, and you just make it yourself, like in a French press or something, then it's really good. It's smooth. You add enough sugar and some milk in there, and it's tasty.
Which sucks because I love the smell, I love the taste, but it gives me the headache. Can't do it.
You give me the headache.
It does. It sucks. I don't understand. Sorry. Greg, you live in Wisconsin. It's pop, bro. Wisconsin and Minnesota are pop. We're not in Illinois. Get out of here.
Maybe he's from Illinois.
Are you from Illinois, Greg?
Soda.
P-A-H-P, pop.
Pat.
Pap. Sean says pop, right?
I think so.
Mr. Ohio, he says pop. Seriously though, if it wasn't bad for me, I would be drinking pop all the time. I love pop. It's so good. And so very bad for you. We maybe have it every couple days and it's just like a little bit. You know those little tiny cans and stuff? We basically have those. But and then Texans call it Coke. Soda pop. Ugh! I'm not taking the time to say that. That's so weird, because everyone I know from Wisconsin, especially now, say pop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they've never said soda, and everyone in Minnesota says pop, too, so that's so weird. Because, yeah, the only time I've heard it soda in the Midwest has been when I've gone to Illinois. It's funny. Art now, sleep later. Aw, auto host, thank you. That is so sweet.
I have like a burn in my eye.
Cool.
Like
How's that going?
it's like a constant little worm in my eye that I've had like.
A worm?
Yeah, it's like a little. You know, you ever see like
Like a twitch?
No, there's just like little.
Oh no.
They're like scars in your eye.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you have where part of what you see is blocked out.
It's not blocked out completely. It's just like a little bit of. It looks like there's a little worm.
We
It's
should
just
really
purple.
like.
No, it's just a scar in my eye. Like they can't do anything about it. Like I've already talked to
You
the.
sure it's not cataracts or glaucoma?
Yeah. No. Because otherwise he would have told me. He would have been like, "Yo, you got a problem."
I see.
But because I asked about it and like, no, it's just a little scar in your eye.
That's weird. I've never
yeah.
heard of that.
Yeah.
Where'd you get it? Is that from that stick?
No, I've had it for like 20 years. Like it's been a long time.
Oh.
And it like, for a long time, it scared the hell out of me. But I didn't want to say anything.
Why are you just saying it now?
I just noticed it now. Like I don't notice it much anymore. I used to.
Oh my god.
Because I'd have like existential crises about it.
Existential.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go blind, and then I can't do anything.
I don't know if that's existential, Gabe. That's just a crisis.
I had a crisis.
Existential is more mental, like why am I here? What is the meaning of everything? That's different. Much different. And so in this frame, it's going to basically be the next frame is the same too, except the bee's going to come in and just hump the crap out of that flower.
Ooh, you got your tablet?
You try it yet, Spongy? Oh, you actually like it. Good.
Good.
Good, good. Glad to hear it. Exactly. I knew she was going to chime in on that one. I was like, oh no. You said existential in the wrong light. Here comes Sushi. I got you, boo.
School me, Daddy.
I want her to be kind of like, oh, silly bee.
Oh yeah, Sponge. It'll take a while until you
Yeah.
get the hang of the eye-hand coordination.
What's weird is once you use a Cintiq, that's a whole nother like learning curve too. But yeah, when you use a tablet and you're drawing here but you're looking there, it takes a little bit. There is a learning curve. So don't feel bad if it takes you a little bit. You'll get there.
Also, I would recommend if you're using Photoshop. Are you using Photoshop?
Yeah, she said she got a thingy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. If you're using
Photoshop, go into where is it? Damn, where did it go? Oh, if you go into preferences. I don't know if I'm assuming you're using a computer, like a PC. If you're using a PC, you do Control K. It'll bring up your preferences. And if you go to history, no. Oh. Performance. You click on performance. And there's history states. Boost that up to 1,000.
Oh god, no. Not 1,000.
I do 1,000.
She might not have that kind of RAM.
You got a good computer? If you
I
got
would
a
do
good
1,000.
If you got a computer, I do 1,000 on everything.
I would do just 100 maybe to start.
Because
that can bog down your system. That's like how many undos you can do.
No, I know, but that's why whenever I'm done with the file,
Yeah.
you know, like I close out the file obviously. But that if it's something really big, then I usually close Photoshop just to refresh the temp file. But it because how many times have I like
Then try 1,000, Spongy. If
Yeah.
your computer can handle it, go for it.
because I'll do a lot of, like when I'm painting, I'll do a lot of brush strokes, and each one of those brush strokes is something, you know, is a history like thing. And then if I end up like realizing that, oh crap, I merged these two layers like 30 minutes ago. And I've had that happen to me.
Granted, you
times.
should be more aware of what you're doing.
Yeah, you should be.
Because that means you're probably going to be undoing like a half an hour to an hour of work.
Yeah.
Too. So try not to do that.
There's a lot of like workarounds and stuff that over time you'll figure out. Damn, son. What you gonna do with all them rams?
Get it, Ushi.
All them rams inside your rams.
I'm so sad that it's finally like really nice outside. Like it's cloudy, it's like mid-60s, and we're gonna be leaving to go to a place that's in the 90s and it's like 60% humidity. Not cool about that.
And then we're gonna come back.
And it might be the same thing.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, at the very least, it'll be the same thing, and not like.
Well, it might be worse. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Is Bridge free? Bridge is free.
What?
Adobe Bridge. It must be free because I have it.
Bridge is just a thing you can use.
Yeah.
It's like it's not a program,
No.
really.
I mean, it's just like a file management.
Yeah.
But I was just wondering if it's free, but it is, because otherwise...
Nobody should have to buy it. I think every Adobe
Yeah.
product comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't think I want her to wear gloves. I don't know. Or if she does wear gloves, I want them, I guess, to be full gloves. I guess. I don't know. Ugh. It's the little things drive you nuts. What am I hearing? Is that someone's speaker really loud? Yeah. You hear that? Oh, that's right. Gabe has hearing problems.
I've gotten to the age where I can't hear a specific frequency.
It's really weird. It's usually like you can't hear some birds. But like right now there's a sound that's like brr 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 brr, and I think it's the TV of the guy below us. So you can't hear really high and really low ones, I think.
If there were elephants talking shit about me,
You wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. Damn elephants.
Poor bastard.
That's alright. Don't want to hear that shit anyways.
Don't want to hear the negativity. O'clock. Here comes big beefy Hazel. Ooh. A little skunk girl. And Hazel's all big and like, oh my. The skunk lady's like, it's alright. I think this story is about ears and hats. I'm realizing I've got a lot of ears poking out of hats.
I wanted to make a story. Or I wanted to draw ears and hats. So I made this story.
About ears and hats.
What the hell was that?
I don't know.
Was that it?
Too tired? I sound tired? Really? Oh no.
We're just being chill.
Dang it. Yeah, I'm not fired up about anything right now. I was a little earlier. There are two things. Now I'm okay. Give me a bit of a learning curve. Oh yeah, pressures. Okay, so you might want to eventually think about getting Clip Studio as well if you want really nice lines. You will not get nice lines from Photoshop. We can tell you more about that if you're curious. But pressure sensitivity, you can mess with that. That should be in your tablet settings. I hope Hazel has her M16 with her. God. Lord. She always does. Just in case. It's in her hat. It's funny because here, if you look right here, my Cintiq is actually right behind my camera. I'll turn it on real quick so you can see it. So I bring it forward whenever I need it. Problem is, I never need it anymore. I mean, I do more now since I have a like part-time job sort of thing for doing a game, but when I don't have it or don't need it, I don't bring it forward. Usually I stick it underneath my monitor. And this one's like 6 or 7 years old at this point. It's the 12-inch. I would never get the 21 or 20, whatever it is. You do not need that. Honestly, like, me and my friends used to use the little Graphite 3 tablets that the space is only this much. It's digital for a reason. You only need that much space. You don't need a giant thing. I mean, especially when you're drawing on a screen, the 12 is enough. It's been fine. I would never need the... I guess it's for people with sweeping arm motions and like animators and stuff. But for any of us kind of folk, we don't really need that.
Or that, or people just want a lot of crap on their screen.
Yeah, which I do like, but I've got 3 monitors, so I'm okay. I'm doing alright. Paladin, it doesn't work when I know you're doing it. Plus, hopefully I don't get, like, that heated up that quickly without, like, you know. Usually I'm not that quick. I don't have a temper, you know, but I'm passionate. I feel like there is a difference. But yeah, Ushi, right? Totally. Yeah, I really don't think you need anything above that unless you are like, you'll know when you need that. Don't ever just buy it because you want it, because chances are you're overpaying for something you do not need, you know? And especially if you're one of those people that's like, oh, if I get a Cintiq, it's going to make me a better artist. Untrue. In fact, it might be worse getting it then than actually getting better as an artist, growing with good tools and things that are for your level, and then eventually knowing, okay, now I need this. It's a difference between want and need when you're an artist and tools.
It's not gonna make a bad artist good, but it'll make a good artist better.
Skyrim puts in better than all. Tools don't make the artist, artist makes the tools. But you have to be a pretty good artist to make the tool work, sort of thing. Skyrim costume, Lord Almighty. I mean, I'm an elf right now. I don't. I'm appreciating your effort, though. You're trying. You're going. Oh no, Gabe, don't you have that thing? Do you know where that is?
Yeah.
I don't have a Skyrim costume. Someone else does. And a Skyrim teddy bear. Cute. That's good, Spongy. No, I think that's totally worth it. That's a good idea. I think all traditional artists should be a little bit savvy with digital. I just don't think you should totally unhinge yourself and be on digital solely, you know? Maybe this should be your outfit for my streams.
Yeah, I'm down with it.
The back of it's curled up a bit too much.
Is it?
Yeah, there you go. Clovakin and Dovakin.
That's good.
Clova and Dova. I only thought of that just because Sniggle one day was like, hey, it's Clovakin! I'm like, that sounds like Dovakin. I was like, oh shit. Interesting.
And I can even draw with this.
Oh, see, Paladin, that was a better shot. I appreciate that one. That took some, yeah, good work. That took knowing me, that took application, timing, good work. I'm proud of you.
Holy shit, why am I hungry?
Because we ate like 4 hours ago.
No fucking way.
Yeah. We ate it too, and you've been drinking coffee.
Eating away at my sandwich.
Well, it's making your body work harder. There you go. You could probably stick that in the eye holes, can't you?
It looks cool this way.
It looks cool.
I think I'm in a game like this, actually.
I mean, if you want, stick it through the eye holes, though. I want to see how that looks.
By the way, this was made by my friend Allie. Like the week before Skyrim dropped. Yeah, that's cool. How do you
See?
keep those on?
Now they won't slide off either. Tilt your head totally down. Sell it. It's a thing now. I still think Gabe should get some like glasses chain bling, you know, and just have it like anyway.
We went to the.
Oh, Paladin. That's a good one. You're getting there. I'm too hip to it now. I know too much.
We went. It was 11/11/11 when they dropped Skyrim. So we were at GameStop on 11/10/11. It was like 13 of us wearing these hats, like waiting outside in the cold. It was dope.
Instead of Foostera, it'd be Fools Go Draw.
Fools Go Raw.
Go Draw.
Go draw.
It is kind of kinky looking. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Well, we so next to the GameStop there's a 7-Eleven. For anybody who doesn't know what 7-Eleven, it's like a convenience store. It's like a Spartan for all you English people.
No, Spar.
No, it was Spartan.
No, it was Spar.
Was it Spar?
I'm pretty sure it was just Spar.
No, I think it was Spartan. Maybe. Oh man, yeah, Spar.
Yeah.
Was
Told
it?
you.
Spar.
Spar.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But
I win.
yeah. So like, I went in there and I had glasses on, right? And I got a Coke and I got a bag of chips, and I paid for my shit. But then my buddy Greg walked in there, same getup, but he didn't have glasses on, and the dude at the the register, he's like, "You, no masks, no masks," and I was like, "Okay." Like, is it the glasses that make me look normal? I think also I had a beard.
It was the distinguishing marks.
Mm.
So they were able to tell if you stole something, what you've got.
Yeah.
Because remember me, Tim, Tyler, Joe, Corinna couldn't go into Subway because we had face paint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I also have a Viking helm you could wear if you wanted to on stream. You know. You've seen
I
it.
forgot about that one.
It's comfy.
And the maybe I'll get a racing game and wear the Speed Racer.
You leave my Speed Racer one alone. I was Speed Racer one Halloween. Did I ever show you those pictures?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I looked awesome.
Oh yeah.
It was pretty cheap, Paladin. I forget where I got it. It might have even been a dollar store. I can't remember, but you guys have those. They're called Pound for Less or something, aren't they?
Pound World.
Pound World. Oh my god, I forgot completely. We kept taking pictures when we were in England of signs for stores that were completely not appropriate in America. Like, there was a one, it was like Coming something.
It was something.
It was bad. There's Pound World.
I gotta look it up.
There was something meat too, I think. It's in our Google Drive. Yeah.
It was really good.
God, it was like someone's name.
It's like Coming First. First Coming or something.
Something. It was bad. Yeah, do it, Paladin. That'd be fun. Remember, you're gonna have a good stream if you lower your dignity. I mean, almost guaranteed it's gonna make it better. All I remember is Pound World, though. That one for sure. I was like, what is that? And Gabe was like, I think it's the equivalent to their dollar store. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Sure. Sure.
Brighton. Yeah, coming up.
This is called Coming Up.
Yeah.
There were 3. It was that, Pound World, and something else. I don't know if that's gonna work.
Oh, Christ.
Poundland, Pound World, everything's a pound. Pound Stretcher, 99p store.
99p.
The 99p one's at least the, like, tamest of them.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's a pound. You've got to know, right? You guys know. Pound World's probably my favorite, though. I'm glad we got to see Pound World.
I don't know if that worked, but here's a real link.
It worked for me, but I don't know if that's because I'm in the thing.
Yeah.
Go find the other one, though. There's another one.
I don't think there was a name.
There was someone's meat. Or, like, it was like a meat store. What's that one?
Run for Your Lives.
Oh, yeah. Go find the other one.
Do you remember where it was?
No, it should be really obvious, though. Is that our joint folder?
I think so.
Keep going down. I think it was later in the trip. Not too much later, but... It might have been in Ireland, though. Yes, it's an innuendo. You're kidding, right? You know.
I don't know how this got in there.
What is it? Zoom in. What is it?
It's the Goodwill
Oh, it's because the wig. No, just don't share that one.
That's the beginning.
Yeah, I think it might have been in Ireland.
London.
I love London. It's actually gonna be a while before I finish this one. So, Gabe, how close are you on yours?
I'm not gonna finish it today. I mean, like the pencils, like too much for my poor hand. Yeah, no, I don't think we had another one.
Yes, Paladin. I mean, yes. Pound World is just like pounding people. It's an American. Maybe you guys don't say that. Like, I'm gonna pound that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe you don't. Maybe that's why it's not funny to them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of outdated at this point. It's like saying smash. I'm gonna smash it. Or you guys say shag. That's what you say. You say shag. It's similar to that. I think I'm gonna end up forgetting her tail a lot. Oh me, oh my, says Hazel. That's gonna be her oh bother. If she's gonna look like Winnie the Pooh, and if people are gonna say, oh, is this Winnie the Pooh? I'm gonna make something that sounds like Winnie the Pooh then. She's gonna say, oh me, oh my. That's what it's gonna be. Oh me, oh my, says Hazel.
Hazel just sounds like...
She's Georgian now.
She sounds like... what's that pancake lady? What's her name?
Aunt Jemima?
No.
What? Betty
from,
Crocker?
No, from...
The hell are you talking about?
From Adventure Time?
Oh, Tree Trunks.
Tree Trunks, yeah.
Pancakes.
Oh,
she makes apple pies.
Oh me, oh my.
Oh me, oh my. Oh, she says, oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh my. Mr. Pig. That's beyond me. I don't know who'd hook up a pig with an elephant. I don't know. Oh me, oh my. that's her now. Did anyone see the Wreck-It Ralph trailer, the new one? Slipping a length? Ew!
That's really good.
I've never heard that one.
That's awesome.
That's a bit graphic, that one is. Anyway, the Wreck-It Ralph trailer, I don't understand it at all. And I don't know if it's gonna be... I don't know. I wasn't even cool on the first one, but this one is just crazy. The internet? Like, what? What's the equivalent there? Like, they're gonna play games on the internet now, but, like, you can access all your social media and stuff? Like, I don't get it. I don't get the metaphor.
Does Ralph have
a good old Rogering? What is the Roger? Where did that come from? Like, now I'm super, like, curious. Do they have their own Urban Dictionary?
I doubt it, but I'm sure.
Like, is there an Urban Dictionary UK?
No, I'm sure on Urban Dictionary there's plenty of things that you can look up.
Oh. A wham bam, yep. Whoopee. That's one of my least favorites.
We're going to make whoopee.
The horizontal mambo. There's so many. My God.
Fiddle.
Yours are so, like, immature, but cute, but awful at the same time. Oh me, oh my. Oh bother. That's what Winnie the Pooh would say, so I have to have my oh bother line. We're gonna go there, we're gonna go there. You know what this bear reminds me of? Oh, I don't know, Winnie the Pooh? Yeah!
The
How'd
Beast.
you know? Well, I've had 40 other people tell me. Wow, really? I'm sorry. Yeah.
The Beast with two backs.
Ah.
A shafting. I've heard of the shafting.
Well, Ushi, we're watching anime clips. This should be a pretty easy transition. We're talking about innuendos and... Wait a minute, you are watching anime clips instead of my stream? For realsies?
Anime
Shit.
clips. What? I just watched the whole thing.
Yeah, a shafting. That one's closer to what we do. Yeah. Do people still use shag? Or is that like a 70s thing?
Or
Did Austin Powers ruin it?
Did he ruin it?
Did he ruin it? Porking. Yeah. Porking is so weird too. They're both up. Oh, Ushi. What anime, Ushi?
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it. I'd rather not say. Oh, why? I don't know. Yeah, I just don't want to say.
Listen, I like Cardcaptor Sakura, alright?
Dude, that show's dope.
Is it?
Yeah. It's cute. I still stand by Sailor Moon, too. This shit's dope. I mean, just like you like DBZ.
Oh no, I like Sailor Moon.
Bubblegum
Tank
Crisis.
Police, Bubblegum Crisis, fuck yeah.
Ushi, were you a fan of Ronin Warriors? I used to watch it every day when I came home from school. I'd watch Ronin Warriors.
The fuck is Tank Police?
Because it was like Ronin Warriors, and then it was, I think, DBZ, and then Sailor Moon. And then Gundam Wing was in there somewhere. I don't remember where. Throwing it up on her? Okay, Paladin, you're good. You're good. I get it.
Oh. Appleseed dude did Tank Police. It looks like.
Oh, but the white one was like the ultimate armor. You didn't have like the ultimate armor? Shit. Did you have White Blaze figures? Oh man. Who names their cat White Blaze, right? Come on.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so I've got a tiger. His name is White Blaze. It's like you'd think of that name if you're a stoner. Yo man, what you gonna name your cat though? White Blaze. White Blaze. Good old polling. Paladin. Save it. You're really good at this. I also feel like you're reading a list. I could see that one being super rare. Yeah. That'd be a harder one to find.
Look at that manga.
And manga though. Oh man, Ushi. I wish I knew you now, or back when my ex-husband was selling all of his Transformers figures. He had, you know those giant totes that are like, I guess they're like 3 feet by 2 feet that you get at Target? He had about 8 of those. And then he had 3 bookcases that were 6 tiers tall. 6 of those, or 3 of those with the 6 tiers, and the 8 totes filled with Transformers. And a lot of them were Gen 1s that were still in packages. Like, he knew what he was doing early. So, he was born in 81. How old are you?
80? Born in 80?
I think he was 83, actually.
Oh.
He's younger than you.
I'm 38. Almost.
Yeah, he's 35. So, oh God, I forget how old you are. It's so weird. Anyway, could have gotten you some stuff. Could have gotten you some stuff. Yo, Paladin! Sounds like someone's falling down the hallway. Not stairs, the hallway. Yeah, so what was weird was he kind of ended up having a meltdown, hence why we're not married anymore, and he just liquidated his entire collection. Like he basically kind of had a mental breakdown, and he sold them all, and I was like, you should probably hold on to those, even though I know you're wigging out. You might want to hold on to those. And he was like, I can't. I just gotta get rid of them. They're bad feelings and stuff. I was like, all right, I guess. Oh, Paladin. We're not tired. We're just concentrating. And my contact's freaking out.
You're tired.
Yeah. Paladin, how late is it for you right now? Did your son was on here earlier. Did he leave? Oh my god. My eye's freaking out. Ah! I look like I'm crying. Peace. Oh god. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, rub your eye with the thing that's got a ton of pencil shavings. Good idea. Ugh. I don't know what that means. Does that mean it's like midnight 42? Is that midnight 42? I don't know military time. Oh! Sorry, Mini-Axe. I don't know why I thought it was Paladin, Mini Paladin. It's because it's Mini Paladin and Mini-Axe. That's why I thought it was your son. Oh. You're all minis. My brother had a complete set of Series 1 Spawn figures. Damn. Oh no. Did they throw him out a window? I know some people that would get really mad about, like, taking something out of a package. Different kind of mini. True that. So is your hand really hurting?
Yeah, on occasion.
Is it hurting right now?
A bit.
Is anyone working on their JourneyJunes, or are you guys all caught up and ready and good and all that? Right, Mage? That's why we've started actually, like, only really getting the art books we really want, because we'd rather have digital books 100% now. The July thing with characters? What's the July thing? Yeah, so D-pad, that's a hard one, isn't it? Yeah, my peculiar puzzle ended up being a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. And it was a really simple concept, too. So I'm actually excited and afraid of what people are going to do, because it is going to be a little bit more difficult than I think people are thinking it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Are you thinking of yours? Is that why?
It'll probably be some sort of like like a something.
Good job.
It'll
felt the effort there.
It'll be something sci-fi. It'll be like a lockbox or something, or like a maybe like a smashed
See, what's nice
patrol
is
bot.
a lot of the sci-fi people like you,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, can just use tech to solve the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Where a lot of, like, us fantasy people are gonna have to either manhandle it or, like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're gonna have to do more for ours. Like, mine was just basically a Where's Waldo sort of situation. Oh no, Paladin! Good, Mage. This'll be good then. Ushi, that sucks. I would have beat the snot out of him. Were he my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I don't have siblings, so I wouldn't have been good with siblings to start with. However, as far as only children go, I'm not the kind you're thinking of. Usually people are like, oh, you're an only child? Okay, I get it now. It's like, no. There are usually two kinds. Two kinds. The spoiled kind and the not spoiled kind. I'm the not spoiled kind. Promise you. I promise you, boo-boo. Oh yeah, Ushi, I'd be pissed. Not my pound purries. You know what those are, right? They're not the pound puppies.
No, I know,
They're the
but
pound purries.
you had purries?
No, Ushi did.
Oh.
Apparently. Wait, yeah, Ushi, were you more of a cat guy than a dog guy back then? Like, why didn't you have pound puppies, bro?
Were those the ones that had like a ball bearing on the inside and like and the stomach was like a sort of rubbery? Like my sister had one.
I think they were just like little cute fuzzy things.
My sister had a cat that was or a cat toy that was like the stomach was very like squishy, like it was a rubber. Like a little like a rubber sack in there of some sort. So like you could squeeze it and it felt like the tummy of like a baby cat.
Yeah,
but
they
then,
were just plushies. That's what I remember.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell Gabe's talking about.
But then it also had like a ball bearing on the inside somewhere, so it made it sound like it was purring.
Oh, that's a really cute idea.
It was really good.
Wow.
Which messes me up because there's probably some like dude, or I guess it could have been a female toy designer that was just sitting there with
Ball bearing?
yeah, no, with like a bottle of like spray, you know, like a
Just shaking it?
yeah, and he was just it's like, oh my god, this feels like an animal.
Weird. How deep in?
Oh, cool, Paknak.
Not doing the story thing here, but like traditional media stream nice people. Oh, thank you.
Well,
I like that you consider us nice people. We'll see how long that lasts. Hopefully a while. We're pretty nice. We're just honest, where I think different people will interpret that differently, if you know what I mean.
Also, that 99% of our streams are traditional, so...
Yeah.
I mean, once in a while I play games, but not
when
that
I
often.
do a digital stream, it's usually to teach something, or I'm working on something very specific. I think I've done one digital stream in the past 6 months, something like that. And what's weird is I used to have a full-time job, and my full-time job was always on the computer. So when I went freelance, now I'm completely traditional, which feels so much better. So much better.
That's awesome, Paladin.
The Stussies. No ketchup on hash browns, bro.
Oh.
Not for me.
For me all day.
Salt. Just cover it in salt.
And salt. I put salt on my ketchup and
you know what I like on my hash browns? Sour cream, chives, and cheese. If I can dress those up like a baked potato, if I can do that to potatoes anytime, it's like dressing a girl up in the same dress no matter what she looks like. Yeah. You like that dress that much. I like those toppings that much. I want them on everything. Yeah, Ushi. I think I told you. Apples. My ex-husband's sister, half-sister. My ex-husband's half-sister put ketchup on apples all the time. And anything she could. Drove me nuts. I never wanted to cook for her because those kind of people... if they put ketchup on everything, are basically dissing your meal before they've even eaten it, if they put it on there before they even try it. It's like, man, come on. True that, Minnie. True that. Not salsa, but that pico de gallo. You did spell it wrong. It's okay, though.
Yeah, yo.
It is good on hash browns. I feel you on that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah! Sorry. Alright, I got one page done.
It's Gallo. The two L's make a Y.
Ask Mr. Mexican here.
Ga.
Gallo.
Yo. Gallo.
Ketchup is great. His fan art for profit. Yes, the best in the world. I like to make the arts for profit, especially being a fan. Gallo. Ushi, I think you should just make a shirt. Just make a shirt that says ketchup doesn't belong on everything. And neither do you. Leave. That's what it should say on the back. I agree. Put that on a shirt. Oh, Calvair's not here. He's here. Oh, are you tapped out?
I'm struggling, but I'm
Oh,
still...
do you want to talk about it? That's perfect for the stream.
No, well, when your hand hurts, try not to draw it.
Do you want my brace?
Huh? No, it's just, it's me using it.
Yeah, that's what the brace is for. It keeps you
Actually,
from
I
using
think
it.
I have one. Oh, no, it's for my elbow.
No, I've got the Mueller hand brace.
Yeah, let me try it.
Paladin, oh god.
Check this out.
Oh my
It's
god, get that off my
It's a Batman
stuff.
thing.
Get that out of here. This is art.
Got like 3 of those.
Save that for your stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. CST.
Boom.
Someone will squirt ketchup on it. Wouldn't that be so meta though, Pognog? That'd be so meta. If on Ushi's no ketchup shirt, he got ketchup on it. However, Ushi, you know you won't be able to eat ketchup while wearing that shirt. Or else someone will be like, hey!
You mother trucker.
Dressing as a hash brown. Oh, Ushi, that's hilarious.
No, Mini P.
That's Mini X.
No, Mini P goes through ketchup.
Oh, Mini P. No, Paladin, you have to stop him. Break the habit now. Oh, Lord. What is it with kids and ketchup? Gabe's brother is like 27 or some crap. He still puts ketchup on everything. Granted, he's a little different, but still. It's good for him?
What?
You guys must have way different ketchup than us. Ours is terrible for kids.
Or do you mean that it's good for him because he actually then eats things instead of not wanting to eat anything?
Yeah, I know in America it's because of the high fructose corn syrup, but I know in England you guys axed it, which is great. I wish we could have the balls to do that. It would make me so upset, but at the same time I'd be very happy.
It's got vegetables in it. Ugh.
Mage, it is here. I don't know if it is there. Because when we went to England, because they're paladins from England, but Mage, like here, it's very much sugar. There, they actually outlawed high fructose corn syrup. So their pop, their sauces, anything doesn't have high fructose corn syrup in it. So it's not as bad, but I'm sure it's not great. Oh my god, Paladin. Well, you Canadians probably get it from us.
That's like saying that soda has water in it.
Yeah, soda's good for you. It has water in it. I mean, Sprite, it's got limes or something, right?
Drink all that. Drink all the Sprite. It's got limes in it.
That's like trying to make guac and being like, oh, just put some Sprite in it. It's got a lime. It's like, bro, no. No, bro. 90% water in my butt. No way, Paladin. Shut the fuck up. I don't believe that. You guys all know that the food pyramids are bunk, right? I don't even know what you guys have. There you go, Pognock. Oh, Shonda, there you go. Good work. So, Gabriel, you done drawing?
No, I mean, I'm still drawing. It's just, I'm letting my hand rest.
Because we can go if you hurt too much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready to go whenever.
I mean, you gotta say it, though.
Are you ready to go?
No, because, I mean,
Oh.
this is gonna take me a while, so...
I mean, would you stick around if I kept going?
Probably. Because I'm still working on, what the hell day am I on? Magic Mentor. Scottish eat crisps as a legitimate food type. They deep fried chocolate bars. The Scottish sound like a beautiful people. It's true, right? Creating art, right? However, cucumbers and watermelon are basically all water. So if you're looking to get full on something, honestly, watermelon's pretty good for you. It's pretty low calorie, low sugar, high water content. It's pretty good. We have been binging on watermelon.
Hello, Alexander Davenport.
Hey.
Welcome to stream.
Alexander, it's been a while. How you doing? Yeah, we remember you. What is up, homie? Which one you on? Point to it. Yep. You're in a good place.
I don't know where my hand is. Okay.
Celery gets caught in my teeth, man. As much as I like celery, I even do the trick to get rid of the strings. They don't always go. Plus, celery's a little bitter. Like, you always have to have celery with something, I feel, or else it just kind of sucks. In my opinion. In my opinion. And then it's just not healthy anymore. If you're having it with, like, you know, cream cheese or peanut butter, it's like, well, it's not healthy anymore. Finishing your kids' book? Awesome! Well done. Yeah, but they get caught in my teeth. Shonda, I have really bad teeth. Look. Huh? I've got these terrible teeth. Really bad teeth. Teeth are one of my lower points. Oh, Ushi! That's so funny, because when we were in Lewis, in England, we had, I guess you could call it a burrito, but all it had in it was like a salad and French fries.
Well, I had one with falafel in it.
Oh yeah, Gabe had falafel, but it was all wrapped in a tortilla, but it was just salad plus French fries in a tortilla.
No, I'm pretty sure yours was just french fries.
No, it wasn't. It had lettuce and it had like some
Did it?
sort of dressing. Yeah, no,
Oh.
I think it was called salad plus what do you call them? Crisps?
Chips.
Chips. Yeah, chips and salad. I was like, oh yeah, all right.
I'll take
no.
that. That shit was good. People were lining up at the door.
Shonda,
for
do you
me.
have any sort of like dressing for that, or is it just? 'Cause I don't see how that. If you cook it. There you go, Alexander. You could be an elf too. Just tug on your ears a little bit every day. Papa,
Jesus.
Papa. Our neighbors are loud sometimes. They have lots of kids. No, he's still going. Now the dad's yelling at him. Papa. Like he did that and he kept going. Papa. Oh, you're a wizard. All right. Respect.
Respite.
Cheesesteak egg rolls? I feel like that should be in America. Wow. Wait, Miniacs, you are in America. Duh. Wait, where are your Chinese restaurants with cheesesteak egg rolls? What?
Whoa.
Where are you going?
Somebody's getting yelled at.
Is it cool? Can you see them or are you just
Yeah.
hearing them? Oh god. But Miniacs, if you work out, you can eat whatever you want as well, but not get fat. It's pretty cool. You brown the butter and then add the other two. Because the way you said it, Shonda, it's like you don't even cook it, and it's just like, here's a thing of celery, and it's got garlic and onion in the little slit on it, and I was like, I mean, yeah, but no. Ah, you're in Philly. I see. So, either malnourished or lived on healthy food. I mean, Paladin, that's basically America forever. Tonight we're working on JourneyJune, so it looks like crap, and it's supposed to. Or at least mine does in comparison. So JourneyJune is basically a storytelling challenge where you're making a story in a month and you're drawing it. So we created it and we made the rule basically that because it's about storytelling and it's not so much an illustration challenge, it can be pencil roughs and you'll be fine. We'd rather have you just finish the story. Because you can always go back and, change things, but if, you're spending all your time doing the illustration and rendering it, you're never going to actually get a grip on the story. So that's what we're doing tonight. I did a link to the info. The main one you probably want to deal with there is the Instagram link. It's kind of our main home base. So feel free to check that out. I would say that the challenge isn't for everyone. It's for aspiring storytellers for the most part. So if you, just want to be an illustrator and just an illustrator and never, have your own stories or anything, this may not be for you. But, I mean, any bit of storytelling can obviously help your illustrations, but it might be a little too intensive for someone who might just be more illustration based, But feel free to take a look. I'm surprised we got so many people participating in the time we have, because this is the first year we've done it, and honestly we started probably pimping it 2 weeks before June happened, so I'm surprised we got as many people as we did. But Paladin, you have kids. It's not about you, it's about your kids. Honestly, if you have high cholesterol, I did when I was fat, because I was fat. at one time. And honestly, if you did just go running brings down your cholesterol. So you could just keep eating what you want, basically, but as long as you're running, it'll help your cholesterol. So I'm not a doctor, but it helped me. And I had really high cholesterol. I ran for 6 months, and then I went in again, and they checked it, and I was fine. You have life insurance. Oh, God, you guys are so thinking badly on this.
I don't think people realize, like, the amount of pain that you go through when you've been eating a shitty life. Like, at the end, that's like you ask people who have, like, colon cancer, it's like, no, you don't want it. You do not want this.
Yeah, the
Like,
pain, I guess.
yeah, like, the pain that you go through is, like...
goat cheese, though, isn't too bad, Mage. So, because I count calories now, because I'm psycho, goat cheese is only, like, 70 calories for a half an inch, because it's a little bar, and it says half an inch, 70 calories. Honestly, you usually don't need more than that in a salad, because then it's overpowering in the salad. Or, you know, you don't have to eat salads all the time. I don't eat salads, but I don't get fat, you know. As long as you're burning calories, you can kind of eat whatever you want. You're basically earning the right to eat what you want. Let's see, the other day, I burned 600 calories and ate French silk pie. I bought that pie with calories, you know. But I don't get fat now because I know how to do it. Yeah, Ushi, go get some din din. Yeah, Mage, right? Yeah. Gabe and I basically don't have any cow milk anymore. We usually have just almond milk, and that's good. It's fine. So what's interesting about that too, and that, like I said, this is just all my journey, but when I was fat, my knees killed me, my joints killed me, and it was because I was fat. So what I had to do was start exercising slowly and build it up again, and by the time I lost weight and stuff, my knees and stuff didn't hurt anymore. Like, it fixes itself. The problem is that your muscles surrounding your joints can't, like, they can't help them, you know? So they're weak. If your muscles are strong, they'll be able to help your joints more and suspend them and sustain them. But if you're too big, it doesn't do that. I use the elliptical. I lost all my weight on the elliptical. I don't run. I haven't run for like 6 years. But I lost 50 pounds just on an elliptical. Because the elliptical is better for your knees and your joints and all that stuff. I don't like to run. I hate it. But the benefits I get out of it outweigh it like a million. Mage, I hate to say it, but you actually don't burn much during sex. Unless you're having sex for like 7 hours straight. Believe me, it's not as many calories as you think. No matter how much you're doing. You're not too old, Miniacs. Whatever. How old are you? Don't make me give you the 70-year-old vegan person athlete spiel. You know that. You know you can do it at any time. Paladin, don't go swimming. Swimming pools are gross.
Isometric. Oof.
Is that guy still yelling at that kid?
I don't even know if it's a kid. It might be the mom.
The mom that lives across the street?
Yeah.
There's a dad?
Guess.
Since when? Are they outside?
I don't know if that's a woman or
What?
not. I don't know. It looks like it could be a woman. It looks like it could be a teenager, but somebody's definitely getting yelled at about something. And there's an old dude with beard, and it's got white in it, so it's got to be old. But this girl is like just devouring her fingernail.
Oh God.
Like she doesn't give a shit like what the dude's saying.
Apartments, endless entertainment. Maniacs, you better be over 60 to be talking like this, because that's bullshit. I walked with music to play the season and then walk back. Yeah, the problem is when you run every day, or you go to the gym every day, you run out of music kind of quick. Especially if you've been doing it for years. Like, the biggest problem I have is finding new music to run to. You're 43, you're so fucking young. That's stupid. You're like, stupid.
That's like 5 years older than I am.
Yeah,
and I'm in the best shape of my life.
Gabe's 38. Okay, so you stop talking that way because you sound dumb. Being as young as you are.
There's a guy that lives downstairs. He's got to be in his 50s.
If not 60s.
Yeah, he looks like was a swimmer all his life. But that's crazy to me that people can still have that body. Like you can those commercials with the Bowflex, they're not lying. It's people's willingness to want to get healthy.
It's just like doing anything.
Yeah.
And honestly, drawing, getting healthy. Is that what we sound like when we fight?
Probably. Just mumbling. Like you can tell by the inflection.
Ugh. Oh, you're able to zone out. I envy you. My brain doesn't zone out. Whoa. Whoa. He gave her a fucking house. I knew one of those, Mage. You're a lucky one. Keep forgetting the skunk is squinty. No, I'm not saying anything by that. She just has squinty eyes. Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, peel out.
Miniacs, do you have kids? I know Paladin does, but do you?
Biscuits.
Where did you ever get that?
Oh, biscuits. I don't know.
You don't have kids. Interesting. Because I would have said that maybe that's what made your stuff go to shit. Yeah, Mage. Yeah, that's exactly right. And I don't think Brock was Asian, so I'm not alluding to anyone being Asian with the squinty eyes. It's just a trait.
I mean, they're all Japanese, right?
Who?
All the people from what's it called?
Oh, actually, I don't know.
No, they're all Lavendarian or whatever. Where's?
He's from Pallet Town.
Yeah, but what's?
Do you get the whole thing with that?
No.
That every town is a color except for Ashes. His is palette.
Oh.
Everywhere else is a color.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Cerulean City. Viridian City.
Wow.
Yeah. I just blew his fucking mind.
I want to play those games over again. Who wants to join me?
Ash is from Pallet Town, okay? And Misty is from Cerulean City because it's water-based.
Boom.
Brock, I don't think was. Because I think he got Brock first, didn't he? No, Brock was next after Misty. Pretty sure.
Hello? It was his 50th birthday!
The name of the country?
Yeah, what's the name of the region that they live in?
Johto?
Is it Johto?
No.
Or that's the next one that they went to?
That's the next one. Jinto? No. Kanto.
Kanto?
That's the first one, Mage? Kanto? Because I don't think they ever said it until they added other regions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if it was either. Because I don't think they actually did the regional thing until they needed it.
So then he's Cantonian. Or they're all Cantonians. Yeah, you didn't think about that, did you?
I think it would have been Kantoans.
Cantoans?
Yeah. And Jotans. Aloha. See, Mage knows what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Cantonese.
Cantonese.
Ah!
No, yeah, shit. That's probably on point. Exactly that. Johto Oskis? Johtos? Jotonites?
I know what you're trying to do. Jotans.
Jotans?
I think it'd be Jotoans. Or Jotans. Usually the easiest answer is probably the most the actual one. Alright, I think we're gonna go. Cause I still gotta go to the what's it called?
Store?
The store. Stores, as Gabe would say it. Stores? Stores?
I'm going to the festivals.
Well, you're not going anywhere. You got too much work to do. Chump. Alright, Paladin. Take care. You're welcome, Mage. Alright, we're gonna go too. Tomorrow is our last stream until we leave for North Carolina for Heroes Con, and then it'll be a week. So a week from tomorrow will be the next stream after tomorrow. So if you want to see us, come by Gabe's stream in the upper right tomorrow night at 9 p.m. CST. I'll write that in the... Actually, Gabe, write that in the thing for them.
Yep.
Time and place. But yeah, we will go. Wait, what? Wait, what?
Work.
It's next weekend, the 15th through the 17th. It's Heroes Con. It's a convention. Yeah, look it up, Heroes Con. We'll be there 15th, 16th, and the 17th. So after that, then we'll be back. Heroes Con. Multiple. But anyway, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll see you guys tomorrow night on Gabe's stream, okay? We will see you later.
Bye.